Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die Presents. Well, wait a minute.
I'll start.
No, it's not a false start.
I'll start.
It's some reason something is unmuted and it was playing again in the stream. So my apologies. So, yes, welcome to Dresden Files, where anything can happen. I am before I hand this off to our GM, Michael Roderick. All the maps and minis and such that you see on the screen to kind of give us an idea of what's going on is brought to you through the Roll20 app. See, looks like a few of our minis might have been created through the Hero Forge subscription packet. So if you're a subscriber to Hero Forge, you can make a painted miniature and then actually get a portrait of it or get a digital mini that you can use in either Roll20, Foundry, or what's the other one? Fantasy Grounds. There we go.
You should tell people. You still have to know at some point. You actually don't get any
No.
sponsorship from these people that
Yes, I do not. I do not get any of it. But since we're using their product, I like to give them a shout out.
Yep.
Also, what we are doing is, if you look down in the description below, you'll see that we are part of the Extra Life campaign is still running this year. So if you want to give money to the Children's Miracle Network, just click that link below, and it doesn't matter who you pick to give the money still goes to children. That's all we care about. So if you want to give that a look-see. I don't have any further announcements. If anybody else does, you're free to give them, but I will go ahead and hand it off to Rod.
Not related to this, although we'll talk about one on Wednesday since that's Torg related. All right. Well, I think we've usually started with a let's talk about our players. So I'll run through that very quickly. Robert is portraying Gus. Timon Angus McManners, the detective muse, who, well, you brought this on yourself. Then, of course, Michael John playing Gabriel Kashali, the White Council druid. Dave portraying Cyrus Jackson, our noble wild changeling EMT. I've noticed your high concept keeps getting longer. It's almost like it's like a German word or something. We're just going to keep throwing things in there just to make it very specific. And, of course, last but not least, Dan, a.k.a. Shadrick Degar on several different platforms, et cetera, portraying our White Court grifter, who is currently called Lever Baptiste.
Yeah.
So, when we had last left off, remove the spaces, Dave. That would definitely be. But then I have to shout it, Noble Wild Changeling UT! So that it sounds more German. That's hello. So.
I don't know. If you say it too fast, it sounds a little southern.
Wait, fast and southern?
Yeah.
No, I'm
you lost me there too.
Running the words together without spaces.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Because fast, say it fast, sounds southern.
I don't know now. Foxworthy did it best. And get on out of here.
Hey.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. We'll say we believe you. Although, I don't know. I guess we probably have about 2.5 Southerners at the table, right? Because you were born in the South, and Robert, you're from Atlanta. Michael John was born in New York, but came down here when he was less than 6 months old. So I don't know. Call him half a Southerner.
Well, I will be honest. You can technically call me half one as well.
Oh, right. I forgot you were in the military.
So I was born up north and lived most of my life in Georgia and Oklahoma. So.
Okay. All right. So when we had last left off, you all had gone into the Never Never, right? You had gone to the Hotel Monteleone, had a nice conversation with the doorman, Ralph, and he told you pretty much where you needed to go, almost like he sensed it. And while you were there in the Never Never, I believe you found was it in the room or was it in the Never Never you found that newspaper article?
It was in the room inside the Never Never, was it not?
I'm checking. Making sure we're on the same page here. You did, though. You found that newspaper article. It was well, on Saturday, the 22nd day of June, 19. What did we say it was 30? I put 193S, so I'm not sure what the date was. Offers for sale at the courthouse. Blah blah blah, because there are bits of it missing. Ghosts of innocent victims in the famous haunted house of Madame Lalaurie. And yeah, that's kind of where
June
we
7th, 1935.
Oh, how could I forget? One of you decided it would be a good idea to try psychometry on this and see, hey, what does this show me? And you saw what you think was probably either the could be the son or some other kinsman of Wizard Hart. And you remember at the very end, who was it who someone had turned to you and said, nature abhors a vacuum? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've determined who it was that said that. And then you decided, you know what, guys? Let's get the hell out of here. You find yourselves, currently, you're in that room 1462 of the Hotel Monteleone. It still looks, you've come out. But as you're doing so, it looks like that portal is opening behind you. And there had been standing there a ghost. And suddenly you find that the room itself looks, again, like the 1935s. He looks like this. And I guess I could... You want a token on the board for her? Let's put a token on the board for her. Lalaurie. And as you may have expected, things are about to go sideways. So, why don't we see who gets to go first, shall we? That would be typically our alertness. So for her, we'll give her a 4.
Alertness or athletics? Alertness.
So Gus, a 2. LeVere, a 3. LeVere, you're not using your inhuman speed?
I would say at this point in time, I would not have known to do so.
Okay.
Plus, I don't want to overtax myself. I've done that too many times so far in the this day, I think.
Yeah. How about you, Jack? How's your alertness look, Dave?
Sorry, finding my character sheet. My alertness looks good.
And is that including the? You also have some speed. Oh, but did you include the speed on that?
Oh, my mistake.
So it's how much higher? Like 2 or 4?
This is
Inhuman speed, right?
For initiative is 4.
All right.
Oh.
Well, so this ghost has come through, and
yes, I think so.
Are, fortunately for you, the first who is going to be able to react. By the way, if I recall correctly, I believe Gabriel still has headaches, and Gus, you still have that despair, that moderate consequence. So, yeah, there is quite clearly a ghost here, and you've heard things about Madame Lalaurie. They weren't friendly. What would you like to do, Dave? What?
I don't think I should be.
No, you should not. I moved the wrong person. Jack should be a 8. You should be a 3.
Right. So what was the last thing that happened before this started?
You saw your friend and ally kind of holding the paper, and His eyes rolled up in his head. He started tearing. It was quite clear that he was getting some sort of reading off of this. And
Mm-hmm.
then afterwards, I think you told him what it was that you saw, Robert, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? With the, hey, we think. Do you have any conclusions that you've drawn that you'd like to share?
You mean Gus?
Yes.
Gus is kind of in a moment of despair.
Seems appropriate.
I don't think Gus has really processed everything yet.
Okay. Well, this ghost is probably here for you, Gus.
Yes.
You should just give up now.
Exactly.
So what would you like to do about her, Dave?
I will. I mean, there's only two things to do about a ghost, so I will try talking to it.
Okay.
So I will step up to it. Hi, ghost. Who are you? Is there something we can do to? You need to like pass on? Is there something we can do to help that? I saw that in a movie once.
So let me. Are you making conversation? Are you trying to do an assessment?
I am trying to find out more about it, hoping that it will willingly discuss things.
Give me an assessment. We'll see what if you pick up an aspect.
Okay. So what's an assessment here? Empathy?
Sure. Empathy sounds good.
Okay. Oop. So that's a 3.
Yeah. What sort of you're trying to figure out? I think you said what's motivating the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So she's looking kind of hungrily at Gus right now.
Okay. So I will kind of step between them then.
Yeah. And she is obviously being driven by pain and despair.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put that down there on the sheet, and we'll write that one down.
Mm-hmm.
Did we finally find a time where that light green color does not work? Looks like it. It works. Pink, I think, works a little bit better. You don't have anyone from your school watching, right, Michael John? Okay, yeah, the pink works better. So, yeah, and then you said you've kind of interposed yourself a little bit. I'm sure
Yeah.
that'll be fine.
Yep, that looks good.
All right. Well, you've interposed yourself. I guess I could do this to you instead. You just look so much more delicious right now. That's fine. You came for me, so this will be fine. So she basically is going to step up and reach out and touch you. So why don't you give me this is going to be resisted with, I always forget. This is why I gotta look at it. Discipline. Why don't you give me a discipline roll, Dave?
Okey-doke. That's a push.
That is. Fortunately for me, I have a weapon rating attached to what I'm doing.
Darn you.
Yep, I'm going to give you 4 stress.
Ooh.
Now, what's even better is, you don't look particularly tough. So let's call it 4 physical stress.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Stress bubbles do you have on the physical side?
What's that?
How many stress bubbles do you have on the physical side?
6.
6. Ugh.
Yeah.
Made the wrong call there.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing.
What gives you 6 stress bubbles?
Endurance and inhuman toughness.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah, there isn't any cold iron around, is there?
Not that she was touching you with.
Okay,
And you're
then it's
basically
then
kind
it's
of
6.
you're getting visions in your head of being tortured, and there's like some sort of psychosomatic component of you're feeling it in your body, even though it's clear all she's really done is kind of reach her hands out towards you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, that hurt, everyone. That hurts when she does that.
Well, that was disappointing. All right, LeVere, what do you want to do?
So, Jack, my friend, you and I watched the entirely 2 different kind of shows. I grab him by the shoulder and pull him back towards the door.
Okay.
I want no part of this.
Well, the other option was run, so
That'd be the good option, so that's what I'm helping you do now. We run.
All right, so is it basically kind of turning and running out the door?
That's what Lavera's going to do, because he has no idea how to deal with something like this.
Okay. So LeVere runs out into the hallway. Are you trying to roll athletics for putting as much distance as between her and yourself as possible?
I'll do athletics to try to drag Jack with me.
Give me a roll. All right. So why don't I put the 2 of you like over here, and we'll give you an aspect of not in or out of sight. How's that?
All right.
That work? That makes sense?
Works for me.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Beat feet, get the hell out, whatever.
Yep. 2 of you, however, in the room. 3 of
Yeah,
them.
I'm going
Two
to
of them.
drink. Okay, sip out of my soda can.
Oh my gosh, you've been waiting to use this potion forever, haven't
Yeah,
you?
and then I'm gonna grab Gus and I'm gonna be like, yeah, we need to go.
So, how's your athletics?
A 5, actually. Now. Superb.
All right, well, give me a roll. Running from a ghost is not a terrible idea, by the way.
No, that's actually pretty bad.
That is pretty bad.
Can I spend more?
Yeah, tell me on what. What aspect are you taking?
What aspect?
Could be yours. Could be any of hers.
The White Council Drill.
How does that help?
It's a magic potion that I've just created, that I've just taken a sip out of.
Good answer.
And I'm gonna re-roll because that -2
Yep, good answer.
is pretty bad.
I know when I say good answer, I feel like it's the Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer. So super.
Survey says.
So I'll I assume Gus, you were okay with the being grabbed, not really resisting.
Yeah, he's kind of out of it right this second anyway. So yeah.
Which is pretty apparent, which is why I gave
So I think Gus, you are really out of it, aren't you? Why don't I pass you this? That I just put a fate token in your pool there.
Mm-hmm.
Since you have that despair, you just really just want to lay down and give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're free to buy it off if you'd like.
No,
Otherwise,
I'm
I think we're
going to
just
accept it because he's not going to be doing a lot right now. So.
So I just zoomed past your turn. Look at that, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, when you GM, that's how you save time. So you waste it then by talking about it. All right, Dave, what's Jack gonna do?
all right.
You know she's coming.
She is. So
He's dragging you into the hallway. You're not exactly. It's a little off. Something here feels a little bit off.
something in the hallway feels a little off.
Yeah. Yeah. You haven't put your finger on it yet.
Could I try to put my finger on it?
That would be an assessment, yes. Give me a law roll.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I can
my.
try. Okay. Well, that's about what I would get.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're kind of, you know, I don't know that anything's making sense, but I assume you're going to continue moving.
Yeah. Can I put up a glamour, or did I take too much time thinking about the hallway to do that right now?
I'll let you do it as a supplemental, which is with a -1.
Okay. So what I'd like to do, if I can see Gus and Gabe, to
They
put
have
up.
it behind you, but they seem a little, Levair was really moving, and they seem actually pretty far away. But please, what were you saying?
Well, so I was going to put up a glamour to sort of like I think I did before. Did kind of a displacement thing,
Okay.
right? Where they're just sort of close, but not quite where they seem to be.
Yeah.
So if it tries to touch them, it might miss. So basically, it would be like a block.
Yeah. Go for it. The glamour is a block. That works.
Yeah. All right. So that would be probably deceit. And you said -1 because it's a supplemental.
Correct.
All right. So, well, there it is. It's a 1.
Hey, look, if they roll really badly, they have that going for them.
That's true. Insurance policies.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So I assume you guys are continuing to run. Levair, you're not turning on your speed or anything at this point.
Well, it's not my turn. It's her turn. So.
I know, but you can always turn on your speed, and then it would be your turn now.
Oh no.
I'm giving you the option to say, whoa.
No.
I want to get 2 turns to her 1 right now. It's like, call it flurry. You can say you want a flurry.
I don't do that with it just me and Jack out here. Now, if all of us was out here, then maybe.
Okay. So I have good news for Gus and for Gabe. It looks like she's coming, and all of a sudden, you see her down the hall in front of Jack and Levair. Don't know how the hell she got there. So Jack, we're going to try this again. This time, this should go a little bit better.
So, I mean, for what it's worth, I know how she got there.
She's a ghost?
Well, I was going to say it's because we tried to run from the ghost, and this is how Scooby-Doo works.
It must be that.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah. So why don't you again give me your discipline? Ooh. This is going to hurt a little bit. But you have inhuman recovery, so you'll probably be okay.
I do. Probably.
So is that kind of the final answer? So we'll
yeah, I think so.
All right. So let's call that 7 mental stress this time instead of physical, since you're obviously so tough.
Okay.
As
7.
now, all of a sudden, these visions are literally assaulting you.
7 mental stress. I think.
What level of consequence should we talk about?
I think we should talk about severe.
Really? Well, if you only took.
It was a 7, Rod.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this we'll take off 6 of it.
Oof. Okay. So you are having visions of being tortured.
Okay.
I don't know. Does that sound like severe torturous visions? Yeah, torturous visions. It's not copyrighted. We can use it.
Might have a little bit of PTSD.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. So I mean, you just have this vision of her whipping you over and over again. Chaining you up, right? All those things that Madame Lalaurie has said to have done. And you guys will all probably see Jack almost crumple to the floor. And he looks like he is in what could be some sort of excruciating pain. You probably have like tears coming down your face. So, hey, by the way, that was mental, not physical this time. So obviously,
Yes.
got some sort of interesting mojo going on.
Yes.
Yep, Levair.
What's the hallway currently look like?
Hallway of a hotel.
Yes, but does it look like the hallway of the hotel we started in?
Of course.
Laverne don't like ghosts, so he'll grab Jack, throw him over his shoulder, and say, shoot, what to do? Honestly, I don't know if what he would know to do. Maybe why. Try to figure out why she jumped and chased after Jack after she seemed intent on Gus.
Only because he stepped in front. You have to, when someone tries to stand up for themselves and others like that, you have to teach them a lesson.
Ah, okay. So, yes, I'll pick Jack up and I will get him back towards Gus and Gabriel, I guess.
All right. So basically, now we're heading this way.
Yeah, change directions.
She laughs.
Um,
Call that a supplemental. Anything else you're doing? You think?
I will try to protect Jack the best I can, block whatever comes his direction.
Okay. So then, why don't you roll? Give me an athletics roll with a -1.
Athletics with a -1, alright.
Yeah, if she attacks Jack, this will be his defense. All right, so Dave, if she goes to attack you again, no matter what you roll, your minimum roll on a defense is equal to that 4.
So,
Okay.
so Gus, my friend, what the hell did you do? Jack is down.
Yep. And I've gone ahead and even that's the wrong guy. I've even gone ahead and noted that in that little green bubble on your token if you click the token. All right, Gabe.
So I don't think I can just. Hey, I'm going to counterspell the ghost.
So no, because ghost isn't exactly a counterspell thing.
Right.
You could try to put it in a circle. However, combat thaumaturgy, and I've been reading on this because I knew you were going to want to use it at one point, is super duper difficult for a few reasons. First, evocation, I summon power, I attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Combat thaumaturgy, you basically have to say, you know what? The best results you can get is equal to your lore, which is 5. You can say, all right, I'm gonna try a binding of 5, and then you have to roll lore and accrue shifts of power until you get to the 5. And it's not just that, like, if you start with a 5 and you roll a 10, hey, you're +5 over, now you got it. Then you can summon power normally the way you would. Thaumaturgy in combat's super difficult to do.
Yeah, it is.
It's doable, but it is very hard to do.
I don't think we have the stuff or the points to do it because I've only got 3.
Yeah, and again, the most that you can do if you're doing it is
5.
your lore.
And she's definitely gonna be able to get out of 5 sheet.
Maybe.
No, without it.
Then what else do you want to try?
Well, I can shoot her with a lightning strike.
All right.
That'll probably piss her off.
How much are you going to summon?
6 shifts.
All right. Do me a favor. So you're summoning 6 shifts.
Yes.
Give me a conviction roll. All right. It's okay. You that's probably gonna miss. The good news, you did not take any stress from that.
We need to go. We need to. I know what I gotta do. Guys.
But hold on. Let's see. She might get missed. Now,
I did just try that, and it did not work.
so technically, you actually even hit her with that.
That's not good.
No. You hit her right on because I also had a 1.
Okay, so what? That's 6.
No, it just was what it was. Why don't you give me a lore roll now?
Do I get a +1?
Not on this one.
All right. Well, I gotta watch.
So the fact that magic came to you so easily and went out so quickly, no stress.
Yeah, we're not on Earth.
Correct. We have an aspect of in the Never Never on the scene right now. You're still in the Never Never.
Yep.
Now, you remember we were talking about combat thaumaturgy?
Yep.
May not work to bind her, It may work to get you out of here. Now that you've done that, and it's quite clear, what's going on, Gus, it looks to you, you realize this hotel is beginning to kind of like, it looks like the walls are melting, and it's actually beginning to look a bit more like probably the interior of her house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably not a good thing for you guys. Why
No.
don't I go ahead, since we know where we are, why don't we go over here? And look, I've even put a couple of aspects up here just for you guys. You are still in the Never Never. And ghosts in the Never Never, while they can be hurt physically, ghosts in the Never Never, if some of them you would be aware, you're probably all going to be able to figure this out fairly quickly, can usually exercise their will on the domain that they're in. So why can she just appear in front of you? Because it's her territory, basically. Somehow your psychometry, you're not sure if it brought you to her, if it brought her to you, or the other way around.
Right.
What would you like to do, Gus? Now, I think that you guys have realized the situation might be a little bit more dire even than you had expected.
Well, I'm still going to be a little bit out of it for this round too.
Are you
But
fishing for another point?
Huh? No. But I am going to respond to Lavaire's question. There's no point. This is hopeless.
Ooh, you're making yourself tastier.
Yeah.
Okay. Any action here?
No, not for this round.
Okay.
Now, mind you, when you transferred us over here, our order was lost.
It still shows it for me.
Okay. As long as you know where it is.
I do. I forgot that it does that. All right. So, Jack, why don't you go?
Right. I am going to get up and run the other way. I'm gonna run away.
You sure? That hasn't worked yet.
Well, I don't have. I'm out of ideas. I tried talking to it. I tried running from it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so you are running.
Yes.
So kind of down the hallway, make a left, find yourself kind of on the other side of her, that sort of thing. You know, the hallway that leads back to the hallway you're in.
Well, I was hoping not to be on the other side of her, but I wasn't expecting the hallway to lead back to the hallway.
Yeah, the good news is, she's not immediately adjacent. Any supplemental, if we call that a supplemental action, what else have you got?
Okay.
You can always try to veil yourself.
Yes. So, and I think I will. So at some point I realized that I was running away from her and now I'm running towards her.
Yes.
So I will try to hide. So I've heard if you can't, you can run, but you can't hide, but I can't run. So maybe this is like the opposite. Maybe I can hide.
Right. Hiding is always a good idea. Go for it.
You just don't have a
Hiding
blanket
is-
to hide under. You got to have that blanket to hide under. They can't see you through it.
I am not very good at hiding right now.
No, apparently not.
What was my roll? Let me see how bad that. Ooh, well.
You only have the 1 point. I consider.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
Yeah. All right. So.
I will use my speed now.
Okay. So that's gonna put you up to 7, right in front of her. Let me mark down. Speed. Right, Dan, what would you like to do?
I would like to find some way to snap Gus out of his issues. I don't know, impose some sort of discipline or something on him.
What's that, Robert? I think Robert, he's muted, but I think he's suggesting dwarven medicine, which is when you basically go like this and smack someone in the face.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Was slapping, one of those snap out of it, slaps across the face kind of deals.
Why don't you give me either presence or discipline?
We'll go with presence then.
All right. So we'll why don't we put an aspect down on you then, Robert, with what he's doing, right? Does snapped out of it sound good?
You're still muted.
Sorry, that sounds good.
All right. All right. So you have been snapped out of it.
Yeah.
And we'll
This
leave
is
it
one of
go
those
there.
issues where Laverne
Yeah.
knows nothing, but I know you do, so we need your head in the game.
And the fact that Gus keeps saying to give in, whoops, not you, Dave, I'm not moving you, means at this point he is just too delectable to pass up.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid she is going to be coming for you. She doesn't even have to get close to you. She's reaching out, and you feel these thoughts, Gus.
Okay.
So why don't you give me a discipline roll? You know what? I think this one is going to be this skill instead this time. Not necessarily. And she'll go ahead and put a point down on top of your despair. Oh my.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that you had rolled that. Maybe I won't.
No, it's okay. You already put the point down. I needed it.
I want you to do that.
No,
Do
I
you
don't.
want me to do that, Robert? I don't think you want me to. No, you don't want.
No.
I didn't realize he had rolled a 0. Because it's still a friggin' weapon 4.
Yeah. But I am going to spend one fate point to raise it to try to lower the damage she's going to inflict.
So you can spend this one for snapped out of it, right? You knew I was coming right before she got there.
Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah. So that gets
and
it
then
down to 5.
right, but I can actually spend one more and try to basically avoid it. Because she rolled a 3, right?
That's true. You're at a 2 currently.
And this is no, I am a hero in training, so I should be able to stand up to her. So
Okay. Is that what this one is here?
Yeah.
All right. So she growls at you, and then kind of in this sepulchral whisper, which, let's face it, I just can't do. Oh, would you be delicious with your fear? All right. All right, Gabe. What you want to do?
I want to open up a portal to the real world.
Okay.
How do I do that?
So you're basically, just so you're aware, if you're starting some what do we say, thaumaturgy here, it basically means if anything attacks you, your defense is if it were a 0.
Okay, but okay.
So you can just give me a basic fate roll. You have to get 5 shifts. You can roll lore if you want to.
I'll
Let me see what the difficulty is. I had put it down here. It is only a difficulty 4. So technically, if you're rolling your lore, which you are, you're going to be +1 on each of these rolls.
So I'm at a +1, and I do have to announce how many shifts I want to get before.
No. And you don't even put the +1 in. What we do is we compare your result to a 4, and that's how many shifts we're going to accrue towards you setting up your ritual.
So you're saying I get a +1, but I don't have the +1?
Go ahead, give me a lore roll. Well, that's not going to do it.
Why didn't it roll a 2?
It didn't. It rolled a 0.
I have 5. I have a lore of a 5.
Yeah, you do.
How did I get a +0?
I don't know. What's wrong with you?
Right, because it has 4 dice.
Yeah, I see
plus
it.
5 plus blank equals 0.
Yeah. That is super duper weird.
I'll take your roll.
No.
Okay.
It's didn't.
I would have had a 5 on the first roll because it says it's a wash. Did it add up?
It was. So a wash means that we've accrued one of. You need to get a total of 4 on here.
Well, the first roll was a 5, right? Plus the 1.
That's why I said I'm including the 1. So in other words, you're rolling your lore against a difficulty of 4, and every shift you get total.
I got a 6.
No. Hold on. You're rolling against a difficulty of a 4. You have a 5. So if you get a wash, it should take you 5 rounds on a +0 roll.
Right, but a 5 to a 4 isn't a wash.
Correct. That's why you just picked up 1.
I had a +1. Where's the +1 going?
You had a point in your favor. I am trying to redefine. It's not that you're going to roll each time against a difficulty of 4.
Yes.
The number of between what you roll and 4 is what you're going to accrue. When this number here, this blue number equals 4, then you can begin summoning power to open the way. You're first constructing the spell.
Okay. I understand that. You said I have a +1 in my lore.
What he's saying is it should be a 2, right?
I misspoke. I was trying to say there is a +1 differential in your favor.
You said you have a +1
I
in the
explained
lore.
that
and
like
I'm
3 times,
oh,
but it's
and I'm
okay.
Like, where's my +1 in the lore? I should have 2.
No, because this is not sensing anything.
Okay, that's what I
It's
want.
building a spell.
I
Now,
was just like,
obviously, putting this higher means you'll be able to start. And you're not going to be summoning power and building the ritual at the same time.
no, I'm summoning the power now.
If you get hit, no, you're building the ritual first.
Okay.
You know, normally outside of combat, you do this whole thing with your lore and you start putting all your points.
Sure.
That's what you're doing right now. However, if you get hit, hey, guess what? You have to start all over.
So what's stopping you from letting me get all the way up there and then hitting me and it's, hey, we're boned now because I just spent all my resources?
Well, I don't know that she understands that.
She's
A ghost.
she's also a witch, right?
You're not sure what she is.
Well,
And
it
unfortunately,
says sinkhole of black magic, so I'm gonna assume she knows how magic works. And she's also a ghost, and it says dark domain, and she's all about torture and all that. So she's gonna bone me when we're really close to getting out. But I will spend some resources anyway. I'll spend 1 on the White Council Druid,
all right, so that makes you a 3.
and then I think that actually I'll spend another one on Ever-Present Third Eye. Would that help in the Never Never? I think to get out. I'm just saying. I'm not opening my eye here. I'm just saying. And maybe not. In which case.
That one probably doesn't help so much.
Okay, and the Summer Training Geomancer isn't gonna help me either. Maybe.
No, but you can always just tag in the Never Never.
You know, I'll do that too.
All right. So you now have what you need. So next round, you can begin trying to open a way for all of you to escape.
Yep. What would Sinkhole of Black Magic be? How do I get?
Do you
that?
want to? I'll give you a free tag of it if you'd like.
No.
Sure, there is power there.
It's not breaking the law. It's
It's
just,
not breaking
It's
the law.
tapping into it.
That's correct.
It's great.
Yes.
Very
I
good.
don't think the wardens see a difference in that.
Gray with an A. Sure, I'll give you if you want.
No, I'm okay. I'm just.
You
kidding.
sure?
Yeah, I gotta
You
go to
think
the
when you're summoning power, that could actually help?
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because that's like.
This is what he does, ladies and gentlemen, to escape temptation. Gus, what do you want to do?
Gus looks at her and says, I am the grandson of Zeus, nephew of Hades. Are you ready to go to Tartarus?
Are you trying to scare her?
I am trying to intimidate, and I've also used Hades' names once in the Never Never.
Only once. You're not saying it 3 times, though.
Well, not yet.
All right. Well, what typically would I use to resist that? Probably, what do we think? Conviction or presence?
Well, I roll presence since that's my intimidate score, too.
Okay, you go for that. I will also. Are you doing this as a block, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And, truthfully, if you'll, Dave, if you'll let me borrow that tag on pain and despair, it would allow me to make it better.
So Tell me how the pain and despair helps you make it better with your threat.
That's her sin
Okay.
for Tartarus.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I actually forgot I had that.
So in which case, then, if it's a block, I don't need to roll, and you're currently at a 6.
Right.
All right. That is gone at that point, and we have a block of 6.
Oh, actually 7 because I'm using my marked by power, so it would have +1 to the supernatural community.
Okay. So she growls at you. Jack, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Can I?
You know what, Dave? Let me help you out.
Well,
I'll help you out. Here's a fate
Okay.
point.
uh-huh.
Those torturous visions begin kind of clouding across your vision. I think you might collapse for a little bit.
That works too. Okay.
That probably means that he's going to be helpless all the way over there.
Hmm.
All right,
Could be.
Levere.
Well, I know what. Now, I guess you already put a block in for Gabriel, right?
Yes, I assume he's trying to protect Gabriel,
Yeah.
so Gabriel can open the way and get you all out.
Well, then I guess I'll go grab the sack of potatoes and be ready to jump out as soon as it opens.
Okay. So we'll put you over here.
Yes. Do I need to roll anything to pick him up? Athletics or anything like that?
No.
All right.
So
Now's not the time to be taking naps, Jack. We got to get out of here.
he's not, and she kind of laughs. She goes, "Ooh, can you not sense how delicious he is?"
True, I am quite tasty.
Well, this she's saying to Levere. She goes, "Why do you help them against your own kind?" And screw it, Gus. I'm gonna go for you against your block of 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I already figured that's what she was.
She is trying to get through, but she is a little distracted. What's that, Dan?
I said, yeah, I kind of figured that's what she was. White court of sorts, and because she's feeding off of the despair and such.
She's clearly a ghost.
Yeah, well, doesn't mean she's not a ghost of a white court vampire.
I don't know if any of you ever heard of a ghost of a white court vampire. Is something like that even possible?
Well, I wouldn't
I am
know.
sure a dark wizard can do something.
All right. So Gus is basically trying. He's name dropping, trying to keep her away from you, Gabe.
Name drop?
No, I said Gus is name dropping. You know, by Hades and Apollo and Persephone. Screw you, bitch, was kind of the translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
The short version.
So what do I roll now?
So now you're going to say how many shifts of power you are trying to summon.
How many shifts of power do I need to get out of the Never Never?
Here. Oh, I told you earlier that it was 4, but I put 4. But you hit the 5, so we're fine. Give me 5 total. This here, you had actually gotten to a 6 here, so that's no big deal. But we're gonna reset this
I
number.
got to a 6 on the shifts.
No, on your ritual.
So 6 there.
So it's a 2-part thing: preparation and then power.
You said I got a 6 on the preparation.
Yes, but your preparation, it's hit a 5 and then you're good.
Okay. I thought
Nothing
you were
extra,
gonna
no
do
extra.
that kind of point.
That's not how that works. No. Because you needed to. I had forgotten where I put my notes. I was like, all right. So can you give me 5?
Shifts of power. What is that? Conviction or no? Lore.
Conviction is what you're summoning, right? So you tell me how much you summon, and then you roll discipline to control what you summon.
can go for 5.
Yes, you can.
But
Now, you are aware that Backlash and Fallout is worse than the Never Never, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
It is. So I'd go for 5. I need to get a discipline of a 5. I have
It's a
one.
question of, I mean, you might say, you know what, I think we can make it another round before she kills anybody.
No, I have one. I have 1 point, and I don't want anyone to get the extreme consequences because she might.
She might.
Hmm.
I mean, when you
Social
only have the
stress.
1 point.
I have 8 social stress.
No, she's giving out mental and physical.
You just wait until she starts giving out hunger stress to what's his face. You're feeling hungry. What? What would I attack? I could do In the Never Never because it's easier to get magic here.
It is. Or you can say, you know what, you can do this in 2 rounds. It's like, I'm only going to summon 3 right now.
Right, but then if she hits me, I gotta start all over.
On the summoning portion, yes.
Yeah, which is everything. You summon first.
No. No, for a ritual, you build a ritual.
Right.
You've built that in your mind. You know what you have to say. You'll have a good understanding where you are.
I don't want to be here. I don't think any of us want to be
Okay,
here.
I'm just trying to give you options. You only have that 1 point after all.
Yeah, I'm ready to check out, please. Thank you.
You have some headaches.
They can keep the towels. I don't want any of them. I just want to go.
So you're summoning 5.
Yes.
Balls to the wall, then.
I will put that down and do High Council or White Council Druid.
Yep.
Because
That works.
oh man.
All right, so you're holding the way open right now.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing the supplemental action kind of step through, or you're standing here and holding this open for everybody?
I don't have any points left.
Correct. Technically, you could always step through and be like, all right, I'm good.
Right, but how
Oops,
long
anyway.
How long does it stay open after that?
Typically, a portal like this, a short amount of time. If you were to go look at the
thing.
yeah, which
thing,
I have not been adding the whatchamacallit to each of these things like I did on some of the others. I think I put the ladder on one of the other pages, but I didn't on here.
So
Did I put the ladder?
Metagaming maybe a little bit. Everyone goes after me and before she does.
That's your. I hope this works.
I hope this works. Oops.
Yeah. Basically, something like this, it will be open a few moments.
You can defend.
Unless you're going to continue to, hold it open and literally stand there, and your next turn is holding it open.
Well, I can hold it open from the other side, right?
Sure, that's true.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
You can certainly try.
So I'm going to go ahead and put you like way over here. You're not in there. All right, Jack, you're a little out of it.
I am.
But I'm not going to compel you to, give you 1 fate point and ask you to lose 2 turns. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's carrying you, you can just hold on for dear life.
Yes, I will in fact do that.
And Rod, I just wanted to say you skipped me
I did?
because I went after Gus.
Oh, yes, you do.
Sorry, I go after Gabe.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I'm
Gus?
just following Gabe.
That seems like a wise idea. All right, well, you followed him. Now she turns, and she's looking at the 2 of you. So, Jack, LeVere.
Clavera's going to carry Jack out the hole. I said I was ready to
The 2
leave.
of you are kind of exiting.
Sorry
And I'm gonna let him.
Sorry to run, but I got places to be, and they ain't here.
So as you're taking him out, she goes, no. Help me, and you may have my powers and knowledge, grandson.
Let's see. What?
Oh, are you letting that thing close? Are you closing it? What are you doing? Or is she going to follow you out into the real world?
Well, are they?
They said, yeah. He said, I'm going through. She said that, and then what do you do?
Oh yeah, Jack and Lavera fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closing it. You're not.
Okay.
No, you're not making deals with her. She's evil, or something. I don't know. You make deals at your own, whatever. But you gotta go.
You do that in your own time.
Yeah. This is my time that we're spending.
So you let the gate close. You let the portal close. It feels you're fairly certain you're in the real world at this point, right? As it closes, and you see some ectoplasm that came through begin to evaporate. Yeah, but it evaporates pretty quickly.
And that's good because if it didn't,
The temperature of the room is dropping a little bit.
yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, we should like beat feet.
Are there any of you who are not leaving? Oh wait,
Go.
no. You're in the real world. I forgot. I almost forgot what was a terrible thing I was going to do to you. See, this is what happens when you jam tired. You emerge. You're kind of in. You're not actually in the hotel where you were. The room itself is kind of dark. There's some boarded up windows,
That makes sense.
and this
We're in
place.
our actual house.
This place, something feels icky here. Then the temperature begins to drop. So, Gus, technically, actually, no, I guess Gabe, well, you were getting rid of your spell. What would Gus like to do?
Can I figure out where we are?
Oh, I think you know.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That one to you for free.
Okay. Looking around, trying to find a way out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling we're in the attic.
How did you know? So there, you could. There's a tiny little window here. Kicking it open and jumping down is a thing. That is the fastest way to exit the house.
I'm going over and opening the window so we can get outside of this house.
Why don't you give me some sort of athletics? Let's see if you successfully add a broken window or quick egress.
3.
All right, we'll give you what do you like? A broken window, quick egress. What aspect?
Quick egress. I like that.
All right. So who is going to be first out? I guess that would actually be Jack if he wants to.
Yes. I will go forward gladly.
All right. So
We need to get out of here.
Why don't you give me an athletics roll? I'm afraid your speed's not going to help on this, Dave.
Okay. So just straight up. There we go. It's a 3.
I'm assuming you're jumping out the window, right? From what you were saying?
Oh, we're using athletics to jump out the window?
Yes, you use athletics to reduce the fall damage when you jump from a height.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to kind of like climb out the window and fall off. I'm not going to like enthusiastically jump.
Okay. Well, you'll be happy to know this is what the rules say about falling. Gravity is an implacable foe, and falls are its method of attack. The ground makes the attack on the victim, and it never misses.
Fair enough.
It's a especially nasty weapon. Its blows hitting particularly hard. All right, you do have some supernatural armor and stuff like that, right?
I do. The ground isn't made of cold iron, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Just that wrought iron fence that runs around the perimeter of the house.
So you're not falling from the top of a third. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dave. It's
Yeah.
10.
It's what?
10 physical stress, but
Okay.
you can reduce that with your 3, so only 7 physical stress.
7 physical stress.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we taking a mild consequence and filling the 6th bubble?
Yeah, I will take a mild consequence.
What are you landing on?
How far did we fall?
I'm landing on the softest thing I can see down there.
No. What part
A
of your body?
tourist.
Oh well, I'm doing my best to do a proper roll. So
All right, so we'll just give you a twisted ankle. How's that?
yeah,
You
okay.
can roll properly. All right. Michael John, you were jumping. You're only going to get 4 physical stress because you have fantastic alertness.
I did, or athletics.
Athletics.
I'll take 3 and have a. Do I have a mind?
You do. Currently, you have headaches.
I thought headaches went away.
They're about to in a minute, but they haven't yet.
All right, then I guess it's moderate. So.
Okay. So, what are we going to sprain something?
That's ridiculous.
That's what falling is. Look, you just got away, almost scot-free.
No.
With the exception of
scot-free.
some of you have picked up consequences. All right. So, what are you landing on? Why don't we give you a sprained knee?
Sure.
The knee sprain is pretty nasty. Anybody else jumping out?
Yeah, remember when Anna fell down to
Yeah, I did.
You did? How'd you do?
Fantastic.
Physical stress for you as well. You're probably okay.
Yeah, I'll take the fill the bubble with an X.
All right. Gus, are you jumping or are you going to try something else?
I'm going to try something else.
What is that?
I'll catch you.
Oh, she does get kind of manifest in the attic, by the way.
Okay.
Definitely a lot more transparent than she was a moment ago.
Lavera will turn and put his arms out.
Okay. I'm actually going to dangle out of the window and drop to the balcony below. So it's only a story.
All right,
And
so
then
you're
I can.
saying there's a balcony below. Give me that's a declaration.
Okay.
Are you rolling for it or spending
I really
for it?
wish that there was a balcony when I jumped out.
You know,
Should have declared it.
Yeah.
I will just go on and declare it because I'm looking out the window
All right.
and seeing
so
everyone else jump.
spending a point for.
I am
here it is.
spending a point,
All right.
and let me just get it out. And so I'm basically doing this in stages, hanging out, dropping.
Give me an athletics. Let's make sure you can hit the balcony.
Okay.
There's a balcony, so you have a free, a point on the balcony there if you need it.
Okay.
You need it.
Okay. So I'll spend a
You'll
point
make
from
it
the
to
balcony.
And she does not appear to be following you. It is what time? I think we had said. Let me go look at my timeline here. It was still during the day, so it wasn't evening. And you can see, kind of in the darkness of the room, you can see her glaring at you. But at this point, you are all fairly certain that you have escaped Madame Lalaurie.
Okay.
See, that wasn't so terrible, was it?
I do not want to go back there.
Yeah, no, me neither.
No, she's terrible. Which seems appropriate.
I am still confused as to what happened.
Yeah.
I think you've just learned about the Never Never.
Then my
Can,
first time.
can we never go back?
It would be nice.
It would be great.
So how did we not leave the Never Never the first time?
That would be Gabe's area of expertise.
You can give me a law roll if you'd like to try to answer your question.
No, I don't.
Wow, you rolled a -4.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe is apparently still suffering from some headaches, and he's in a lot of pain right now. He'll have to call you back later. Now, while you didn't know off the top of your head, there's always research. That's always a legitimate option for you as a wizard. After a little while, a couple of folks come over and say, "Excuse me, were you trespassing in the house? It's closed right now."
No. We were.
But you just came from, and he's climbing down.
Well, trespassing would mean that we entered the building.
Did you see us go in?
The building, we exited the building. Did
You have
see
to
us
enter
go
a
in?
building to exit it first.
Did you see us go in?
I'm calling the police.
Okay.
That's okay. They're already here.
Oh no, call the police.
No.
You hit the phone.
Yes,
How big a hex is this?
the phone's gone.
Oh my God.
Yes.
All right, so hey, you'll all be happy to know everyone's phones in the area has just blown out.
God. Oh,
But you know what? You hexed the crap out of that phone.
Oops.
A couple of cars nearby go out too.
It's possible. How much were you hexing? You can basically be like, and
EMP.
yeah, just about. Like what that?
50-yard EMP. Boom.
Almost.
and
Yeah,
while there's all
really,
this,
when wizards are unhappy, their hexes get even stronger.
Call the police. Call the police. We were trespassing. Do it.
Yeah, the guy pulls out his phone, and you just basically blurt out some word in what language you use, ancient Sumerian or
Yeah,
Egyptian or something,
Sumerian.
and his phone begins sparking.
Must be a storm.
while there is this commotion, I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah. After that, I'll be like, have a good day.
I know who you are. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know what to say.
Yeah. Keep his head down.
How did you get in the house? We didn't see you.
Yeah.
And who is he that it mattered?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a thing, right? Now, believe it or not, this house is on the same street as your store.
What did you say?
This house is 500 feet away from your store.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I said about 50 meters. Power's still on at the store.
50, I don't think you'd blow it out 50 meters. You're not like
Probably not.
aiming for a transformer or anything.
No.
But it is that close. And it's on the same. That's where you picked it. It's on the same street as your house.
So you can always draw power from this house.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
That is true,
I will not do that ever.
but you can
But I would never.
until you need to.
But I don't need to. Not yet. And even when I do, I'm gonna go, man, that sucks.
Yeah, but now you have the oops anyway. You might do it on accident. All right, so you limp home. Where are the rest of you going? I think Jack is limping with you.
I'll help Jack walk.
All right, Dan, why don't you give me that discipline roll against the 2?
Against the 2, so just roll it.
All right. You do not take any hunger stress.
All right.
Take that first.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah, it's disappointing to me too. Technically, if I'm reading this correctly, I think it also clears out any hunger stress you have.
Well, I was already. We already took me out of the scene a few times. You were
Okay.
that.
It's why you can sometimes let it build up for a little while and not need to worry about it. All right. We had been going for a little while last time. So let's, what do we think that is? That, actually, when was our last milestone?
I don't know if-
Well, let's get a little bit further, and then I think we'll have one. So you guys have heard a few things. Now what? I assume you're all in the safe protection of the store.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them with whatever injuries they've got. Not that I know anything.
Yep. Well, Gabe's he's got Wizard's Constitution. Dave, do you have Inhuman Recovery?
I do.
Oh, so you could just be like, my twisted ankle's better.
It is.
And I will apologize to Gus for the slap to the face.
Oh no, that was needed. I understand.
Those torturous visions are going to stick around a while, though.
Yeah.
They are.
So, is there anything we think we need to do right now?
I want to find out as much as I can about the Madame Lalaurie. She said something when I was leaving that got me wanting to check on her some more.
I think they all heard it.
Yeah, you mean the fact that she's your grandmother?
That is what she said, but I don't know if that's true or not. Let's just see if I can find out any info on her. And how would she know?
Sure. Where are you researching? Who are you talking to?
Well,
You
it's
say
kind of a
internet
out in the
research?
it's kind of an out in the open question right now. The people in the room who might give me a suggestion as far as where it would be a good spot to, because not everything on the internet's true.
Well, the archives,
What?
the historical society.
You do have some of those around here, Historical Society, yeah.
You could find out who her children were.
So once I have a moment, that is what Lavelle will do.
What's that?
Lavelle would check on like a family tree kind of scenario with Madame Lalaurie.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and you know what, Dan, I'm just going to give you a point for your ignorant outcast. I think you're going to hit a dead end. I haven't given you a point for that in a long time, and it seems fair. You don't have to keep it. You can always.
No, it's fine. I'll hit a dead end.
Okay.
It works.
I thought it did. I'm so evil some days. I'd say, yeah, we must have just had a milestone because I still have 4 fate points. I guess it'd be too early for one, huh?
I thought I had written down when our last one was, and I don't see it.
Let me see.
And unfortunately, I think I needed to go back and meet Anaskavis again for some reason.
You might have wanted to. She did try to set you up to get killed by those red cord vampires.
Right, and I wanted to go and talk to her. Well, just basically make a appearance and go, we did what you asked.
You did that. You did that.
Yeah, I did that.
2
Okay.
weeks ago, yeah.
Okay.
And you'll recall she was surprised to see you.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, of course, said the debt was paid. And you both understood what she wasn't saying. And I think you had a mutual understanding of, okay, so this is how things are.
Yeah. So, I mean, to our group, is there anything we want to do the rest of this day? I mean, Gabe, you might need to talk to the other White Council wizard, because there was something that looked like a relative in my vision.
I'm assuming that you're gonna tell us all what you saw.
Oh yeah, while we were still in the Never Never, I told you all.
In which case, that could be him.
It could be him. But there was a book that I could not read that he had.
You can't read?
Well, no, it was in Latin.
Oh.
And I just didn't get a good enough look at it to see what the title was. It looked more like a journal than a book. And actually, I have down that he is the one that turned and whispered, "Nature abhors a vacuum."
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. And it was creepy. He said it in a creepy voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll do that in the morning.
Okay.
You want a chance to let those headaches go away?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So are you all going to take a couple hours to rest?
Yes, I'm going over to the Bourbon Pub Parade and letting alcohol deal with my despair.
Yeah, that seems appropriate.
Yeah, I'm going to self-medicate.
Okay. All right, so we'll call that Saturday. Sunday, yes, your headaches are gone. Your despair is starting to go away.
Well, the despair was a moderate consequence, so I have it for a while.
Yes, a little while. In fact, let's see.
So with a little bit of rest, I lose the physical stress.
The stress. Once you guys have about 5 minutes sitting at his place, the stress all goes away.
All right.
So, all that physical stress has gone away. All the mental stress, it's all gone. The consequences, 3 of you currently have consequences. Means I feel like I'm doing a good job here. Um, so now what? And when you guys are low, bear in mind you can always use aspects of city on yourself, etc., to suggest here's how I can get points or things I think I need to do. Right? You guys can help advance the story that way as well. Sunday morning. What are we going to be doing?
Well, Gus let the good times roll last night, so he's waking up in the hotel room of a random tourist that he picked up.
Yeah. That helps with despair too.
Yes.
Knowing that still that one is still attractive is always helpful.
Yes.
I'll say that helps with hunger too, in my case.
So I think it being Sunday, it has been a little while, and I've been waiting for Sunday. This is the 25th of March to roll around, as I'm afraid you are going to get a call. Where is it? Where is it? It is. Who are you? So where'd it go? I can't find my thing. There it is. I'm afraid you're getting a call, Gus, from Deputy Superintendent Wallace Smith-Quaw's office asking you to come down.
Yes, I had a feeling that would occur.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will come down.
So he sits you down. There's, of course, another officer in the room. And he's going to ask why you were seen on camera at the morgue shortly before a body was reported missing.
Okay, wait. I'm going back through my notes.
Yep.
This was the first time, or was it the second time?
I think it's the only time we've been to the morgue.
Okay.
Yeah, we only went to the morgue the one time. You went to check on the body and it was gone.
Yes.
And you told them to
No. I had been to the morgue before. Oh, no, you're right. It was the first time.
Yep.
And the body was gone.
Yep.
Okay, let me go back and check one thing.
Because the second body you checked out wasn't at the morgue. It was in an alleyway or something like that.
Yeah. Sorry, it's been a while, so I'm trying to remember who my contact there is.
These things so I could have him come back and haunt you.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who my contact was there, and I cannot find her name.
So if you go to the faces folder, we had that other NPCs right here.
Thank you. I forgot about that.
Yep.
So Sabella Beaufort.
You
well, I went to go see Sabella Beaufort on a case that I had been working.
Which case would that be?
Let me do an investigation to see if I can place an aspect.
Okay.
Because I have no fate points left.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're going to have one in a moment, right? Too much red court tape.
Yeah. Because I'm sure that there are multiple murder cases that have probably been on my desk.
Okay. Probably would have been better as a deceit roll since you're trying to lie to him, and deceive him.
Okay. Would you rather me do that?
Well, is it this? What's the difference?
The difference is going to be huge because my deceit is only mediocre and my investigation is great.
Okay, so he kind of smiles. Right, case. Seems that I can't see anything on your cases, and it seems that you've been. Word that I'm getting is that you've been talking with some persons of interest in one of, and I just forgot the dude's name because I closed the thing. In one of Anderson's cases.
And who would these be, sir?
He will pull out the pictures of your allies. They're all bagged up like evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe you've been dealing with these persons of interest seen around town.
Yes, they are contacts of mine.
And you don't find it strange that you and your contacts were your pictures were found at a murder site?
Well, Detective Anderson, I know, is a good detective, and he will figure out why. I do know that, just from what I've heard, that what is her name?
Allegra.
God. Yeah, that Allegra Landry is a reporter, so it's very possible she had our pictures for some story she had been working on.
Not to mention she's not dead.
Yeah, but nobody knows that.
I don't know. She's in the hospital right now.
So let me tell you what I.
Wait, is Allegra in the hospital?
She
known
is.
as
Mhm.
Allegra?
She's in the hospital.
Oh,
I don't think anyone has identified her as, hey,
Yeah.
this is Allegra Landry.
I don't think anyone's. Yeah. So nobody knows she's alive, really.
Right. So here's what I think is been going on. I think you might be covering some of your friends. They look like unsavory types. And I further think that where was it? Oh, he pulled something else out. Shows you what looks to be a fingerprint. This look familiar? Should.
Yes, it's one of my fingerprints.
Ah. How in the hell did that get left behind at the crime scene? I've been asking myself this.
The crime scene. Are you talking about Miss Landry's original house? Oh, that's right, because I did touch something there.
Did. I that too.
I don't. Okay, I don't want to get Cole Anderson in trouble because there's no reason for anyone to know that he called me over.
Okay.
Actually, no. There is a reason. Cole Anderson did call me over because he found those pictures, and he wanted to ask me the same question you asked me, which is, why would she have them? And as I said, I don't know. I must not have had my gloves on when I touched something.
Well, not had your gloves on. That is
Well, it wasn't my case. I didn't have all my kit with me.
that is still a big problem, don't you think?
It's a breach of protocol.
It is a breach of protocol. What sort of consequences we have as some sort of breach of protocol like that? You know, officer not taking the proper action to protect the crime scene, one that could lead to an acquittal. What do you think that would be?
I am not sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Union rep. Union rep.
Yeah, union rep. I mean, the truth is, I'm waiting.
Oh, we froze up.
Be like, okay, I'm going to go to the union rep.
You froze. You said you're waiting, and then your picture froze, and we're all like, "What were you waiting for?"
Oh. No, it's exactly what Dan was saying. That I was waiting for him to keep going, and then it'll be like, I think I need to talk to my union rep.
Well, that seems fair. Maybe we should. You can get your union rep. Why don't we take some steps to make sure that there's no breaches like this over the next day or so while we wait to finish our investigation. That sound fair to you?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind leaving your badge there on my desk? Not permanently, of course.
Oh yes, I know.
I
He's in internal affairs, so
when I
Huh?
compete characters and they have no points, I will usually I call it an asshole tax. So I'm going to give you 2
Yes.
for the too much red court tape. So you have 1 and you have the
Okay.
extra because you can't buy it off. So I pay an asshole tax.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah, that's fine. I will. He's internal affairs, so I will hand over my badge, and then I will call the
Well,
union rep when I get out of here.
Yes, of course. That's going to tie you up for a little bit. What's everybody else doing?
Yes.
Now, you probably know you can beat this with your union rep. He's just trying to make you
Oh
look,
yeah.
you know.
Right.
And especially once it's shown that she's alive. Which,
Right. And he's gonna tie me up.
Yeah, yeah. So what are the rest of you going to be doing in the meantime? I've been waiting to spring him on you, by the way, for about 5 weeks now.
Well, since Levere found no luck in his searching for Madame Lalaurie, I guess I might just have to go speak with Monsieur Jacques and see if he has any ideas or any knowledge. So I'll probably go try to have like a Sunday. Yeah, I'll probably try to have some like a Sunday brunch or something with Saint Germain. You know, kind of learn a little bit more about what I don't know.
All right, so you go see him. Come in, young Levere. Brings you out this way.
Bonjour, monsieur. Me and my friends just been out and about, and I thought such a lovely morning as this, I don't know. Thought maybe we can talk. Maybe learn more about my past, as it were.
Of course. What is it you'd like to know? By the way, he is eating brunch, but he hasn't invited you to sit down yet.
Or then I will continue to stand.
Yeah, it's a pretty clear power play. So, Levere, what is it that you wanted to know?
Well, you of course seem to know a lot about things that go on in here in the city.
It would seem to be appropriate.
And I, of course, don't know much about anything since all my life was in the swamps.
It was indeed.
I guess just like any other child, I'd like to know where I come from.
Well,
And I thought maybe you might be able to help me learn more about my heritage, I believe is the proper phrase.
I would be happy to teach you. Would you like me to prepare quarters so that you can stay here and learn?
Well, that would be very generous of you, sir.
Well, I suspect we are, many of us kinfolk here in town. I think the right thing to do is bring you under our umbrella.
Well, I am much obliged. Now, do you mind if I sit down?
You must.
Well, I did want to look down on you while I was talking. I thought maybe if I sit down and make it more of a friendly conversation.
Go on.
Have you ever heard of one like us, I don't know, becoming a ghost?
Someone like us. You mean, what? Men of wealth and taste?
I was thinking more along the other aspect of us, our beings. What was that my friend Gus called? Not Gus. Gabe called it. White coat vampire.
Well, you are obviously somewhat familiar with your inner demon.
May I, to a degree.
It gives you strength, speed, gives you endurance, makes you Well, better.
But have you ever heard of one of us becoming a ghost
Um,
after we pass?
do you not think that sort of thing is possible?
I don't know for certain, but I did run into a lady, I say just the other day, that seemed to put off a lot, as if she was, I guess, of the family. Actually, she called me grandson, so.
And who was this? This woman?
Would Lavere have known that's who she was, or just seen
You
her?
all identified her pretty well.
Okay, so she actually was identified. So yeah, Madame Lalaurie.
I don't know how you run into her. She is deceased.
Maya. That's why I ask about the ghost thing.
There were rumors that she was related to one of our families. I had never met the woman, obviously. I am maybe not as old as people think I am. But it said that she also had a demon. Of course, people in New Orleans said that about her because of the terrible things she did. Terrible, terrible things.
What kind of things does she do?
It is well known, documented even, that she kept many of her slaves imprisoned in her attic where she was able to torture them at her leisure. Kept other slaves chained in the kitchen where they could always be there to work. Reprehensible behavior, even for her day. Folks here ran around of town, went back to France, died there, they say.
She died in France.
That is my understanding.
Sorry, just taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to talk about. Well, actually, I'll just leave it at that. I'll continue having just a friendly conversation with him over different aspects of the family and proper, gentleman behavior and that kind of thing. And what
Okay.
kind of rules and stuff that we might, like, what was it, the hospitality thing that I brought up at least once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of getting a feel for things.
So he's. Well, you should probably be picking up from him after that is he feels that he's helped you out, and you owe him. I'm sure that'll be okay, right?
Yeah, it won't be the first time.
Right. So, what?
That'd be it for me for...
I'm sorry.
I said that'd be it for me.
Okay. All right. Who else? What are the two of you doing? Dave, Michael, John, you guys have any plans at the moment?
Well, I need to talk to them.
Okay. So you're gonna go talk
Sorry,
to
I didn't.
I think Dave had something he wants to suggest.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I didn't hear that.
I'm going to talk to Hart.
Okay.
Oh, that closer to you.
Would you like me to come with?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I would.
I will go with.
I don't know why.
No reason.
Um. You know, Dave, you may have to go by yourself because you have some family problems. Your mother, remember, she's in a wheelchair. I think she needs a little bit of help today. She hasn't been out of the house in a while, and she'd like to kind of go to the park. There you go.
Well, I'm not. I'm not going to talk to the other wizard by myself. So,
Sure.
nope.
Dave, you are looking for connections and called to help people.
I don't speak wizardese. I don't know what to ask.
I'll give you a point since he's busy, and you are called to help people.
Um,
I put
Can
it
I-
in your pool already.
can I get a list of questions from him to ask the wizard? You can write them down. I'd say text them to me, but
Yeah, that's not enough.
I'm not going at all.
Yeah, I gave you 2 points to not go, and I gave Dave a point to go. Because that's like the worst of all worlds, right?
Yeah, it is, because I don't know.
That's why you guys got 3 points.
Yes.
So you could, you know what? How about this? Why don't you give me a lore roll for a declaration of good questions to ask? There you go, Dave. You have a good questions to ask.
okay.
That was you didn't do the +1 on there, did you?
No.
Okay.
I just didn't actually roll decent, which is kind of weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and when you roll that well, I will even feel very kind and nice, and give you a freebie on that one. So you have a whole bunch of good questions to ask when you're rolling lore, talking to this wizard, Dave.
Okay.
I know he says he'll do favors, but when he starts passing out these fate points like they're candy, I get a little worried.
Why?
No reason.
No. Why are you nodding? Why? I'm sure it'll be fine.
All
right.
will be well.
So you go see the wizard.
Yes.
You're off to see the wizard.
What was your name again, young man? I believe you were introduced as, was it Cyrus Jackson?
Yeah, you can call me Jack.
Call you Jack. And he says it, and almost the hair stands up a little. Well,
Okay.
for you, Mr. Jackson. Call me Jack.
Yeah. Okay. So the swamp druid sent me. He had some questions, but was unable to come himself.
I assume you mean Wizard Kashali.
Yes.
Oh. And you are his emissary, representing him then.
Sure.
Michael John like rolling his eyes.
You give me
No,
2 points and you certainly know.
that's what happens when you have none. That's why you get an extra. Well, why don't you come in and we can discuss your client's needs?
Oh, thank you.
Takes you into a very well-apportioned office. Looks very
Mhm.
lawyerly.
Mm-hmm.
So, what questions did Wizard Kashali have that he sent you to deliver?
Yeah. Well, so he gave me a list of good questions to ask. So
Yeah, Dave has to think of those now, Michael John, instead of you.
Hey,
But
you got two
Dave
big
knows Dresden files pretty well, so
Yeah.
he should be able to come up with a couple.
no, Dave has no idea.
Well, others can, give you one or two. There's no reason to.
Sure. Yeah. If anyone wants to slip me a good question to ask, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to the list. Because out of character, I'm not sure where we're at, what lead I'm trying to follow here.
So I would think it's related to Robert's vision.
Yeah.
So if you guys have some potential conclusions, you can talk about that. May give Dave the questions he wants to ask.
Why was he seen in Mullen's house?
You
Why?
have to speak up a little.
Why was he seen in Mullen's house? Why was he saying nature purrs vacuums? What's the journal of Latin about? Why were you in a house that's what was the sinkhole of darky or black magic?
Okay. You're going way faster than I can write
And
this down.
it was the 1930s, so
Yeah.
quite a
What's-
long time
yeah.
ago.
Right. How old are you?
What was his connection to the lottery?
How long have you been in New Orleans? So that's kind of question.
Well, wasn't he? I mean, the newspaper article I had was about the auction of the Lollery mansion, and so I saw him at that auction, from what I understood.
That back with you too, didn't you?
Huh?
Did you bring that back with you?
As far as I know, I did.
Yeah, I don't think you.
Because I said I kept it in my pocket.
You did.
Mhm.
Incidentally, it is still in your pocket.
Okay.
It did not evaporate.
Okay. So probably the next morning I'll find it.
Yeah. I'm just so you're aware that that was not something crafted in the Never Never. That's real.
Gotcha. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, he was at the auction. So why he might have been at the auction for the Lollery Mansion would be part of that.
Or maybe someone who looks very, very similar to him. Hey, do you have a twin?
Lots of questions for you there, Dave.
Yeah, sure wish I could have.
Okay, yeah, that went way too fast. I did not get any of that written down though.
That's okay.
All right, what should I ask first?
That's up to you.
I don't.
Look at it this way, Dave. There's no right answer. I'm not going to say there's no wrong answer because there always is.
There's
no right answer.
There's only wrong answers.
Yes.
Which wrong answer?
Sorry, can I?
I just typed one
I don't
into.
want to go retroactive, but can I just buy it off to not do this scene right now? I'm the only one who does not have questions to ask. It's just going to be everybody else feeding me stuff through my mouth.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just buy this off.
All right. That would be a little bit too nerve-wracking to talk with the wizard. That's fine. Well, it's difficult, but you could probably go in and go to work instead. Pick out.
I could do that.
What's that? You guys still have a lot of good questions to ask.
Yeah, I'll use that when I go ask.
We'll see. Those are his good questions. All right. So pretty much, I think that's probably going to be the bulk of the day Sunday, right? You guys are all spending time doing different things.
Yeah, 'cause Mom wants to go to the park.
Not spent any time with your mother in a while.
Yeah, well, this is pretty important. Not more important than you, Mom, but I'm just saying.
I mean, she'd like to know what you've been up to.
Stuff.
Obviously, stuff.
Well, then like that.
I want to know what sort of stuff.
You got those new friends and all.
Magic stuff. You've had a lot of people around.
Yeah.
And what happened to you? Why do you are you limping?
I jumped out of a house, actually.
Are you stupid?
No, I'm insanely smart. What are you talking about?
Why would you jump out of a house? That's stupid.
Well, if you had to deal with a bear in an attic or jumping out of a house, you would take the chance.
Nobody keeps a bear in their attic.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly. Those are the words that just came out.
There's someone-
Words have meaning, Gabriel.
You know what? I'll dump you out of that wheelchair, Mom.
Shady Pines, Ma. Shady Pines.
Shady
I'm sure there's some stairs around here somewhere, Ma.
I can let you go down the ramp. I don't need to wheel you back up. If there's someone,
I don't blame you for being in the wheelchair, Gabriel. I really don't. You know that.
I'm not in the wheelchair.
No, I don't blame you that I'm in this wheelchair.
Well, it's not my fault.
Isn't it though? Out of character.
She doesn't know that.
Doesn't she though?
No.
No. Okay.
No, she has no idea. That's
I just wanted you to take me. I don't get to get out very often.
Well, that's okay. I'm just saying.
It's a beautiful spring day.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the. So do you got a girlfriend yet? When am I going to be a grandmother?
She's probably given up on that line of questioning.
I mean, what? I'm like 60.
No, I don't know. How old are you?
Well, I have a wizard's constitution.
Yeah, you're probably not 60 though.
Okay.
I had assumed that you were probably like 20s or 30s.
Oh.
Yeah. What's that?
No, I'm pretty old, I guess, for
Or not pretty old, but.
So say, yo, just wait now.
30s is pretty old.
Look around the table.
Some people say mid 30s is pretty old.
Man, wait till you get to like 50. He's already there. He's falling apart.
What are you talking about, Dan?
No, I'm talking about you.
50, you little son of a bitch.
Ain't no way to talk about your wife like that, Rod, when she's not around.
She has good aim, so you know you say that, I automatically look up to
She
make
can
sure.
hear you too. We're really right below her.
That's true. She does have good hearing. All right. So your mother gives you the business for a while.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're investigating some murder stuff.
Okay.
Figure out what's going on with that. I'm not gonna tell you too much. Well, I can never tell you too much.
You don't tell her that much?
Nope.
Okay.
Because you're always at an advantage when you have information and someone you're talking to does not.
That's a cold thing to your mother.
I'm a wizard, a white court wizard. I don't know what you are, a white council wizard.
White court wizard, that'd be a totally different high concept.
That'd be a really cool build up. I'm a wizard and I'm also white.
All right.
Court. Yeah.
So we'll say end of the day Sunday. Are you guys getting together Sunday evening, Monday morning? Might be a little tough. Monday morning might be work. I don't know. What's the plan?
I would say Sunday evening.
Okay. So you basically have a. It's not technically a suspension, but it's more of a de facto suspension, right?
Yeah. I have a couple days of vacation.
Yeah. He's asked you to take vacation while they look into this.
Yeah.
What would you all like to do?
Have we decided to meet up at Waffle House again?
Yeah, I was going to say we need to meet up at Waffle House.
Yeah, I really actually want.
So have we got an NPC face for Waffle House yet?
I don't know if I made one.
No, we have. Actually, we did. I thought.
You probably did, but I don't remember making up the name or where I put it. Yeah, I'm afraid I didn't. I probably just gave you a name off the top of my head. It has not been saved.
Yeah, well, Waffle House isn't listed in our places
Yeah, I mean,
either.
look,
So.
there's always a number of different servers that are there. And look, it's Waffle House, so they're always nice to you.
Yeah, they're always open as long as we don't play the stupid song.
Yeah. So what's it gonna be?
I'd take a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Gabe is here, which means that song might get played anyway.
Which song?
Waffle House song.
The Waffle House song.
We've already looked it up. There's an actual Waffle House song.
There's more than one.
There are more than one.
I think there's like the first 3 songs in the jukebox.
So you have all the information that you guys have. I think at this point you probably shared it together.
Yes. I'd tell whatever information I found out from Saint Germain and how vague he was about whether or not she was part of the family.
My experience with most of the White Court is vague is a given.
Yeah.
Of course, though, that can go with my family as well. And probably Jack's as well.
So that leads to the wizards are all open with everything. They don't talk around in circles.
Oh no, they talk around more circles than anyone else.
It might depend on the wizard.
So how does the supernatural get anything done if everyone talks in circles?
It's not that we're vague. We just don't say anything.
Yes, they're tight-lipped.
Lavere, that's a good question. I would say that you probably have certain individuals who are the prime movers to get things done, and we just don't mention their names.
You don't? Why not?
Because you don't want any of them knowing you're talking about them.
So should we wear tinfoil hats when we're doing it?
Yeah, that wouldn't help.
So you
So,
go ahead.
Yeah.
well, what I was going to say is we still need to speak to the wizard.
What?
And I keep forgetting his name too.
Gabe did not speak to his wizard friend. I said Gabe not speak to his wizard friend today.
No, Mom wanted to hang out.
That's good. It's good. You spend time with your mama. Never forget, mama be there for you. Always be there for her. Because then one day she might not be there no more.
This is coming from the guy who does not have a mama anymore.
I should also tell y'all that the newspaper clipping we found in the hotel, it came with me out of the Never Never.
Would you put it in your pocket? So
which means it was something real. Things from the Never Never normally don't cross back over. They dissolve into ectoplasm. So this was something real that was left in the Never Never.
Who
You
would
would be able to? You wouldn't happen to be able to run fingerprints on it, right?
Not right now, and not for the next couple of days. I'm on vacation. Administrative leave.
Is that the nice way of saying you be suspended?
Well, basically, yes. For the next couple of days until they finish their investigation.
And you probably feel that that's going to be okay, right?
Yeah.
You sure?
There's nothing they have. You know, I left a fingerprint at Landry's apartment.
Why did you do something like that?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a really good idea. Either.
I needed to see what was there. And unlike Gabe, I don't do that with my eyes.
I don't do it with my eyes either. I do it with something else, which is far more.
Well, your third eye.
Never be open ever, except for when it needs to be open.
Yep. That's the problem with it.
But if you're not long a cop, then
And I was also.
And he froze. All right, come on, Rod.
I was about to say, do we need to take a 5-minute break? Give Robert's system a chance to catch up.
Oh, sorry, I paused again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been happening a few times.
Yes.
Like right now. So why?
I'm just shocked that I've not seen a mini pop out there yet.
Why?
Because that's something you do when people freeze up. You take a picture of it and you make a mini.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't done that. That's a good point. I'll get that ready. I have done that before. Made photos of people like in the middle of a word. I haven't done that.
Oh.
But yeah, if you want to take a 5-minute break right now, we can. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We're halfway through. It's probably a good time anyway.
All right.
Yeah, it's strange. WebEx, I never freeze. The only time I freeze is in Zoom.
Really?
Yeah.
Zoom is the one that I never have problems with, especially compared to Discord.
Yeah, Discord seems to have issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, well, not to put down Discord because we all use it for other things. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for bathroom breaks and drinks, so don't go too far. I will see you then. And we're back. We left off with the Waffle House, having a cup of coffee or whatever, and discussing events.
Yep. What's next?
Well,
So I will let you guys discuss that for a moment or two.
I mean, is there anything for us to do next? You are currently out of the job.
Well, maybe a few days. We also need to speak to Wizard Hart. Is there any research we need to do? I mean, Lever, you were looking into Lalaury's claim about your lineage.
I couldn't find nothing about her in any of the physical research I did. And then the questions, of course, I asked Saint Germain, Monsieur Germain, as I said, were a bit vague, but I don't know. He said that it's not something he heard of, and that she went back to France and died, not here. So I don't know if anything that I learned is going to be any helpful. But I will tell anything and everything I did pick up.
The died, they haunt where they were, or their previous selves were most prevalent, I guess. Because they're echoes of their former self, right? Her former self wasn't in Paris. Her former self was torturing slaves in.
I don't know these things.
Well,
I mean, I just found out, 3 days ago that I was a white court vampire? Yeah, no, I don't know this yet.
well, there is the historic New Orleans collection.
I was thinking about that actually. I had it open.
That would be a good
Good place to start to check on her.
yes.
Because I'm looking through it and I'm like, huh.
Where's that? Where is that at? We've discussed this location, have we not?
Well, yes.
It has an aspect, Library of Supernatural History.
It's also run by the Venatori. So
It is.
they would, if anyone's going to know, it'd probably be them.
Yeah. And the truth is, beyond your lineage, we need to know more about her because that is the place where the dark magic was focused.
And we certain she not the thing that sent the creatures after us at the casino. The hooded figure at the casino that was inside the Never Never.
I think that was.
Yes.
We were certain that wasn't her.
I don't think she knew we were doing anything until I tried to read that news clipping.
Figured it out really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tapped into her or that place.
New Orleans collection, and then we probably go and talk to Hart, see if he can help us with any of our issues.
So it's a Sunday evening, and you're heading over to the library then?
I'm assuming that the library's open on Sunday.
Well, if it's run by the Venatori.
Well, yeah.
And there may be somebody there that can actually help us with the research.
But I was thinking we could probably do it on Monday.
I got nothing to do on Monday, so of course
Right,
I don't have a job, so
Going early in the day to the collection.
yeah. How close is the collection to the college?
Let me see. I gotta go look on the map.
What was the name
I
of that
think
place
it's still
was?
in the French Quarter.
It is in the French Quarter.
And so we are a little ways away from Tulane.
Yeah, it's in the quarter. As are so many places we described.
So would it not be a good idea for, let's say, two of us to check the library while two of us discuss things with the wizard?
The only reason I'm saying we should do one and then the next is because I feel like we can gather information on Hart and then go confront him about things that he may need to be confronted about.
So you're thinking of going to the library and
Investigating Hart himself.
investigating Hart and Lalaurie.
Yeah, you guys do whatever. I'm there so that, or you guys do Law Lurie. I'm going to be trying to figure out, hey, is Hart involved in this? Because that would suck for me, because,
Well, there could be some cross reference.
well, he needs to be taken care of if he is involved. And it means I have this, I'm probably going up in rank, maybe?
Well,
Yes, not rank, but in,
through the research, there may be some crossover, so we can find places, something in the research that where the two of them have met, or a similar individual might have met with her.
well, I don't think he would have met with her in the 1930s. She was born in late 1700s.
Yeah, but don't you wizard types live to be old?
Yeah, but he looked somewhat young, right?
This person was younger, yeah. So, quick question, and this is something I ask in other games periodically. It sounds like you guys are starting to hit analysis paralysis. You need to decide to do something.
Well,
As you talk about different things, you can have all the suppositions in the world, but you're not going to get an answer at the Waffle House because there's nothing to roll against you.
no, that's why I said Monday morning we go to the library.
And then
All
we
right.
research. We start.
You're all going to the library together Monday morning?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then let's be at Monday morning.
All right.
So you're shown in, and what? I assume you're asking to see who was it? Mother Mary. Mother Mary Jones. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, I've heard of you, and she says this to both to Gus and to Gabriel. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you two gentlemen.
Well, then allow me to introduce.
Please.
And he introduces Jack and Levere.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. I am Levere, and offer like a bow of some sort, like a gentlemanly Southern gentleman bow.
Well, that's very old-fashioned.
I grew up in the swamp. I don't know what kind of fashion is current.
Yes, well, that's clear. What can I do for you boys?
We're interested in doing some research on Lalaurie and Lalaurie Mansion.
That's a nasty place. Unpleasant.
Yes, it is. It's very unpleasant.
I was speaking, young man. Say excuse me next time.
Excuse me. I was
She is a Roman Catholic disciplined scholar, after all.
I know she's a
Yeah.
nun. We'll get that.
She's a nun, yeah. She'll hit
Which
you
means
with-
she has, she has, 6 on her intimidate score.
Yep.
Right, she has the ruler, and then she has the paddle with holes in it.
And both of those have weapon ratings.
Kill you.
And in fact, I need to put an
We may also want to research the this auction in 1935. See if there's any more information other than a clipping.
Yes.
research. Well, that is something that we can do here. All right. We'll come in.
Thank you.
I've heard some disturbing things about what you all have been doing in town. And you remember I had said a while ago. Oh, apparently I deleted that thing. Where'd it go?
So it didn't happen.
No.
We didn't do that thing.
I did that thing. I totally did that thing. Here it is. Now, you remember a while ago I had said, hey, why don't you guys go ahead and give me a social roll? I was like, yeah, for no particular reason. Just go ahead and give me a roll. Probably I am defending, so that would probably be, what is that? Defending your reputation as presence?
Yep.
And I'm even going to put a fate point on for. Ugh. I don't need all of you two.
Oh,
Being really one of the two of them, but you've already he's already jumped to it.
I don't mind letting Gus roll first.
Well, next time it'll be somebody else. Is it? I've been hearing some things, Detective Manners,
Yes.
that well, something about your aunt's garden and your uncle did not come to town. He's been noticeably absent.
That is true.
Why is that?
There seems to have been dark magic that was used and has become noticeable.
Well, there's always dark magic here.
Well, this
Yeah.
appears to be much more than what you would normally find. And it seems possible that it was related to Katrina.
Oh, that theory again.
Well, it may be more than a theory from what we have been starting to piece together.
Go on.
Now, there seems to have been someone that pulled in a great deal of energy and probably focused it through the Lalaurie mansion.
You're the second person I've heard say this theory. From where did you get it?
Was the first person Miss Landry?
Yes. She's a bit of a liar, and I'm not very fond of her.
I can understand that. She left some breadcrumbs for us to follow. And what we are starting to see, this may be one time she was not lying.
Well, that is. I'm not sure what to say about that. Well, I don't know if she's giving you a crazy theory or if there were black magic. Well, there's always black magic here. It could be the Volcor. I would not want you to need to speak to the Baron, but it could be necessary at some point.
Yes.
He'll know a thing or two about dark magic. Many of his followers do.
Yes.
Many who practice it. Well, of course, I'm going to have to ask you to be careful in the library, right? Many of our manuscripts are very, very old.
Understood. Thank you very much, Mother Mary Joan.
Yes, of course. I'll come find you later. You can tell me what you found.
Yes.
I actually have a question because I'm researching something different from them.
Do you wait for everyone to leave and say this to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want to be apparently because that's important for something.
Yes.
Like
What is it, Wizard Charlie?
Do you have anything regarding Lindsay Hart? Wizard Lindsay.
Wizard Hart?
Yes.
I mean, he's a very well-known lawyer for the council.
Do you have any information about him early? Let's say the 1930s, hypothetically.
1930s?
Yes.
How would you have information on from the 1930s?
No reason.
No, there's a reason.
There is a reason.
I would like to know what it is, young man.
Well, you don't have the information.
So you do know that our order is allied with your council.
Correct.
I think it would be a fair thing for you to.
So recently, we went to the Never Never. Very bad place.
No, not all of it. Some of it, I'm told, is very pleasant.
Sure. We did not go to a very pleasant place. The Never Never in New Orleans is not fun.
No, that's why the White Council doesn't ever travel through the Never Never to get here.
Yeah.
It'd be suicide.
It was pretty bad.
And in fact, by the way, you would know if you need to go to the White Council, like to Edinburgh, it takes hours because you have to drive to Atlanta and take away from there.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
In New Orleans?
Yeah.
Just because of Samedi and all the terrible things that happen here.
No one's sure why, but it means that this area is pretty cut off from the White Council. It's remote, philosophically.
That's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Philosophically, that's even worse. Why is Lindsay here?
If something is remote philosophically from the White Court, that's why it will take a while to get through the Never Never.
Okay.
Mosquito. Sorry, keep going.
And we figured out that he, or maybe a brother or a younger version of him, was at the auction for the Lalaurie. What is it? A manor? Lalaurie Manor.
Lalaurie House or whatever
In
you
the
want.
30s.
That's.
And
why do you think this, that he was there?
because my good friend Gus, detective, used psychometry in the Never Never on a physical item which was brought there and left because we still have it.
You do know he is a pagan, right?
Who?
Your friend, Detective McManus.
Yes, he's a pagan.
Right.
Shame
You
on
are
me.
as well. I forgot.
Shame on me.
Well, never mind.
What do you mean, never mind?
Let's just say we have different beliefs.
Well, what's yours?
Well, obviously we're Christian here in this order.
Well, yes.
Well, this chapter of the order.
Yes. What does that have to do with what I?
Well, you have to be careful when you subscribe to certain pagan beliefs. You never know when they'll lead you astray. I mean, isn't he descended from one of the gods of drinking alcohol and partying? I mean, really, who knows what he's imbibed to have these visions?
Would you like me to bring you the item that he got these visions from?
I mean, is it of historical significance?
Well, it's from the 30s, so
Well, we could add it to the collection if he was willing to donate it.
I think we maybe not quite so soon, but perhaps. But he saw some things when he picked it up, and well, it couldn't have just been he was having a vision because well, he started bleeding out of his nose.
So he might have been on a substance,
No, that's not usually how that works.
but it can. In fact, the ancient Greeks at Delphi specifically used to actually inhale gases that came up from the ground, probably volcanic gases, and that's what gave them their visions. So it is possible that he would be using substances. Go ahead, ask him. He'll tell you that they can help. You can go ask. Go ask.
I need help. I don't need a lecture. I'm saying that in the most sincere way that I can say it. But I
Man, you
need
should not have come to talk to the head of an order that runs a library if you were not prepared to receive a lecture.
I was prepared. It wasn't. It's not all I wanted today.
No, we don't always get what we want, do we, young man?
I guess we don't.
No.
So you don't have anything on him?
There may be something in our collection, but personally, no. I mean, he like many of your kind, he zealously guards his domain. He's never been one to freely exchange knowledge with
Well,
us.
no. First, he's a lawyer, and then secondly, he's a wizard. So
You have those in the wrong order, dear.
No, I think lawyer goes above wizard.
I don't know that it does, but please go on.
Because it's I have a feeling that he could be mixed in with things that would incriminate him to the highest degree, and I would need to figure that out.
Well, as I said, you're free to look through the newspapers, and she'll direct you where all the newspapers and stuff are. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to actually use the papers themselves. The microfilm and microfiche is. Well, I prefer you not use it.
That's understandable.
I think so.
So I'll go look through newspapers, or I'll go look through stuff about the Lullaby auction in the 30s.
Oh, would you be willing, and I do hate to ask this, but we do have computers here. Could you wear these? And she holds out what looks like
lead gloves.
What? No. Like it actually looks like a small set of manacles. But you can put them both on one arm, and these don't lock; they just clasp.
Why?
Oh, this will keep your power in check so that we don't have to worry about you damaging anything. Then I'm afraid I can't really let you search the library.
Can I ask for stuff to be brought to me?
I suppose.
All right, bring me this, and this.
But you may ask your friends. You're not. The sisters can't be your servants.
No, not servants. Assistants. Much better word.
We'll see if any of the sisters feel that they need to help you. Or you could just use these, and nothing's going to attack you here, young man.
Okay. I believe you.
Well, fine. If you wait here, I will see.
No, I'll put the manacles on after.
Oh, do you?
Okay. Which means that if something does, I can blame her and she'll be like, oh,
now you can take when you put them on, you actually can feel like these things are draining your power.
Okay, come back when I pick them up.
Are you asking that?
Yes.
Because yes, of course. They're just going to block you from using it.
From using what?
Your power.
While I have these on?
Yes.
And when I take them off, everything will be better.
Well, try and see.
Well, I'm asking you.
Yes, I'm telling you that.
Don't say see. Well, let's try and see. Tell me yes or no.
I'm trying to set your mind at ease by telling you can take them off and see if you feel any different.
But will I feel any different? Will I feel like I did before I put them on?
Yes.
Okay. He'll put them on and he'll go do research.
All right. All right. So it sounds like three of you are looking at one topic and one of you is looking at another. Sound fair? So how do we want to do this? Are two of you of the three trying to put down aspects to help a third, or what?
That's usually the easiest way.
Yep.
I mean, I have a scholarship of 2. I don't know what everyone else has.
Howard?
Because I have a feeling this will be scholarship and not investigation.
Investigation or lore. I think those 3 would work for researching in a library.
I can see all of those, and they're also good for putting down aspects.
If I can use investigation, then I have a start of a 4.
So let's talk about what you're investigating. In fact, I'm going to put Gabriel over here by himself. He said he's doing his own thing. Do I have a board for this? I should. I don't need one for it. I was about to say I could always just take the image from the place itself, but that's not a good use of time. Sorry.
Sorry. I just saw chat.
What?
Chat says make it interesting and open your sight in front of the nun.
Yeah, soul gaze the nun.
Hey,
I'm okay.
you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny until she's like, ah, and it just smacks me with the ruler.
Oh, if you soul gaze, who knows what's going to happen?
Right. I don't want to do anything.
Okay. So tell me what the three of you are investigating then, while he's having a prolonged conversation with to Mother Mary Joan.
Well, I'd suggest investigating if they've got like records on who purchased the Lullaby during the 1935 auction. Would be one thing I think might be a good idea to check on.
Yes.
And then we might want to look at, like I said, a family tree kind of situation for Lullaby herself, like any relatives or family members or anything that's on record.
And I would like to kind of confirm some of the things Lavere brought from Saint Germain. Did she actually go back to France?
Is there record of her leaving the
or
country?
was she basically assassinated here and she went back to France? She was banished back to France, but her body never really left.
Okay. So, are we doing a couple of declarations? Are we doing putting some aspects down, or is someone just gonna, hey, I'm just gonna go roll? I'm giving you something no matter where we end up. I just need to have an idea of how much information am I about.
So I have a high scholarship, but a low all of the other things.
Okay.
So maybe I can put down an aspect of like, find what you need.
Well,
If you tell me what you need, I know how to like go through the library stuff and find it.
Yeah, you probably even have a scholarly method or something. Go ahead, give us the whole.
Well, wait, before you do that, what is your scholar?
Four.
Okay, so you or I could easily be the primary on this. So if you want to do the primary since you have scholarship.
And I'll probably tell you different things based off of what the primary role is.
Or should we both do primaries to try and learn all the things?
That's
We
fine.
could.
Too.
You just tell me what to grab and I'll go get it.
Okay.
All right, so Dan, why don't you give me a, what do you want to roll, Dan, to put down an aspect? Scholarship or investigation?
Well, if those are the only choices, it really doesn't matter.
Or actually, you have a point in lore.
I do have a point in lore. So I don't know what kind of aspect to put on other than if it's here, I can find. We'll find
Helper is probably what you're going to put down.
it. Mm-hmm. So do you want to use lore for that?
You said a moment ago, just tell me what to go get.
Yeah. So let's see. Mediocre.
All right.
And Dave, you take this tag if we get one.
Well, on a mediocre roll, typically we're not putting an aspect down on a mediocre.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Declaring a scene aspect, for, like I'd ask those three questions. Is it useful? Is it interesting? Let's see. What's the last one? I think can it be used immediately?
Yeah, and I can't click to nothing to increase that. It wouldn't matter anyway, I guess.
It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
Right. Because you would give them the equivalent of a free point, and you'd have to spend 2 to get it.
Right. All right.
Like 6 or 7 or 8 points, then it may be worth the
so I may bring you the wrong book from time to time.
Okay.
All right. So which one of you guys wants to roll first, or you basically are the three of you all doing this simultaneously? I think the three of you are doing it simultaneously, aren't we?
I think so.
All right. So let me get rolls from each of you. We're going to have a lore roll, we're going to have an investigation, and we're going to have a scholarship. Investigation 4.
So on my scholarship roll, I am looking for connections.
Yep, that's exactly the one I would have picked. Is that going to bring you up to a 4?
Yes.
Okay. And Michael John, your lore? Because weren't you looking for stuff about? Do me a favor though. What is your investigation? All right. So you're gonna roll with a -1. Okay. And you don't get the +1 for your eye, obviously. Did you take the -1 there?
I did. I have a 5 lore.
You finally
I rolled
rolled.
+4.
That'd be terrible.
So
Yeah. Yep. You're last.
I find the forbidden section
The Venatorium Brorum does not have a forbidden section.
that
sir.
we know of.
This is not Hogwarts.
That we know of, because it's forbidden. That's the point.
All right.
Now, I just wanted to ask, is there going to be a difference if I go from 4 to 6?
Well, tell me what all it is that you're looking for first.
Well,
With your investigation.
with my investigation, I'm trying to discover more of the history. Well, let me ask, Dave, do you want to do more about La Laurie or the house?
So, well, I think scholarship could be useful for the house, the auction, the owner history of it in general. But it could also be useful for researching family trees and genealogy things.
Okay.
Yeah, scholarship is good for all of that.
Okay. I was thinking in terms of investigation, it probably would end out. I'm thinking in terms of genealogies, tracking back genealogies and things like that, being an investigation.
So researching genealogy on
La Laurie,
okay.
both ancestry and descendants.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to go on and do it.
You sure?
I think I am. Oh God, I could throw in a gift of prophecy as I do this. I'm trying to find a good one to use. I mean, I'm thinking just using detective muse.
Yeah, that would apply. You're investigating things. That makes sense. Now, none of you guys feel rushed for time, right? I don't need to take any of these shifts you've gotten and throw them to you find this quickly.
No.
All right, so I think you were dropping one for detective muse. Oh, there it is. All right, so that's going to change you to a 6. So I have a 4, a 6, and an 8. And you're looking at genealogy, Dave. I think you were then kind of looking for the house. Okay. And Michael John, specifically, you were trying to find stuff on the wizard.
Yes.
And Lavera has just never been someplace that had so many books.
What?
I said, Lavera's just never been someplace that had so many books.
No, he's probably trying to hit. He's probably trying to hit on a nun.
Probably.
I mean, do you at some point?
Lavera would probably flirt with one, yes. But he wouldn't, do the
You
whole...
get shot down faster than you ever have. And if, you go to, shake one of their hands, it's uncomfortable for you.
Okay.
This is a good place for you to starve.
Yeah, so I already know. If I'm hungry, don't come to the library.
No, not the library run by nuns.
No.
All right.
Go to the county library. They have a.
I'll just go to Baptist Church and look
coffee
for
shop
Preacher's
in it.
Daughter.
All right, so I'm trying. A 4, a 6, and an 8, and I still don't have these things on here, and I keep forgetting to put these on all my different boards. So I will do this, that there. Copy. I guess I should probably put this since we're on this page so much. I should really have these things over here, shouldn't I? Time increments and our ladder. There. Now we have what we pretty much always need to see here. So we have a great, a fantastic, and a legendary. I guess I could have just used what you had rolled there because it says. Okay. So the house itself, it currently looks like it's owned by a historical society.
Don't ever go there. You get taken pieces.
What's that?
Don't ever go there in our
The Arkham Historical Society.
Yeah, terrible place.
Why is it a terrible place?
Everything that game is terrible place.
That game is great, and we won the other day.
Great game.
I need the name of a historical society, and we'll call it the Lafitte Historical Society. And on a good, it looks like this historical society was probably only formed about 20, 25 years ago. And with your what did we say that was? Your great success?
It was a 4, whatever 4 is.
4 is a great.
Yeah, it's great.
That's their only asset. Yes, that should be somewhat suspicious to you.
It is.
Robert, you said you were primarily looking at genealogy and stuff.
Yes.
It does say that yes, everything you can find says she returned to France. She did have several children, however, and some of those emigrated to different, French-held areas. Her daughter, her youngest, named Laura, actually, it said, came back to New Orleans, tried to buy the house, but failed to purchase it at auction.
Okay.
Laura apparently disappeared, right? It says that supposedly she fell in with bad company and vanished. Everyone just suspected that, people knowing who her mother was, she changed her name or something else. On a 6, you will probably find a picture that says it's her. Very old picture, obviously. It looks like there's a man in the picture with her. It looks like it's Jacques Saint Germain.
Okay, and this is Laura's picture or Lalaurie?
Laura.
Okay. I will get a photocopy of that.
Okay.
And actually take it on my phone as well, just so.
And that's still quite old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Which it means he's also quite old.
Quite old.
Yeah.
You were looking for something on Wizard Heart, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it appears that he is the son and sole heir of a man named Kendrick Hart, who left him. Apparently he was like a distant nephew, and left everything to Kendrick left everything to his nephew, Lindsay, which, according to what you found, he had never actually met. And in fact, there's no record of Lindsay Hart prior to the death of Kendrick Hart, and Kendrick having left everything to his nephew.
So, renaming of himself to become Lindsay Hart.
I mean, that would be a little too tropey to happen, right?
Oh no, tropes and RPGs.
Never.
Never.
It's like my son knows me just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I've only known you for all my life.
I know. I do like tropes in RPGs. I think they're fun. But you also had a legendary. Yeah, and this was probably about, say, maybe 25 years ago.
What was 25 years ago?
Oh, when Lindsay Hart inherited everything.
Okay. From getting what I got, was Kendrick Hart, how was he? Was he a good guy? Was he a bad guy? That'd be another roll.
No, I'm not going to ask for another roll. Hold on. This is weird. So, we did have a legendary. What should I tell you about Kendrick cards?
Only the bad things.
No, I mean, you had a legendary. I do have to give you something. You don't find anything about Kendrick other than the fact that apparently he paid what was probably at the time in the early 1900s, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars for. He was a rare book collector. And his name may have been in the paper for one particular book that he purchased. Title of which I have added to the chat.
So I'm going to assume that is Latin.
Yes.
The sacred something or another.
You're a White Council, yes.
So I don't speak Latin. Gabriel speaks
No,
Latin.
yes. The what'd you say there, Dan?
The sacred something.
The Sacrament of the Vortex.
Huh. That's funny.
Why is that funny?
No reason.
No,
You know
why?
what's a really big vortex that we get all the time? And the
Tornadoes.
Oh, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say hurricanes.
Those two.
I mean, it's just a big water tornado, I guess.
No. Tornadoes are smaller air hurricanes.
Okay.
Because a hurricane can spawn tornadoes, not the other way around.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was apparently a bit of a debate on Sunday night's game.
Was what?
Which is more destructive, hurricanes or tornadoes?
Typically
A
hurricanes.
hurricane?
Yes. We all agreed on that, except for one person.
Well, we'll let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're the person in the path of the tornado, you'll probably say tornado.
If I can see it from space, I'm probably gonna say it's more destructive.
Yeah. All right.
Natural things.
So you figured that out. I have to take notes on this because I was not prepared for all of this.
I wasn't prepared to roll anything higher than like a 2. I'll be honest.
And all right. So yes, you guys. This is probably. I mean, this is most of the day that you'll be here, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this takes a few hours at least.
At definitely at least, yeah.
At one point in time, Rivera probably go out and get coffee.
I did have some follow-up questions.
Okay.
All right, so we found the society owns the house now. Can I find out about that auction way back when? And I don't know, is this the same auction that we found out that was her name Laura? Laura lost the auction?
Yes, if you put some of those things together, you suspect she was at that auction and lost.
Yes. I would like to know who won. Is question number one. And then question number two is the historical society. I'd like to know who is behind the historical society.
Well, I think we might have to come back tomorrow because they are wanting to close the library. You have been here the better part of a day. Now, let's see. Do we have a... I don't know if I have a good aspect for that to compel you guys to to not get the answers. What?
Can I have copied down some of the information that I've gotten?
Like written it down? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because your Nakamoto's a copy machine.
Well, yeah, but actually copy down like pages and stuff. That, I have.
You know, this is a library, and the library is not going to stay open all night. So I will go ahead and give you each a point for that. Except for me, I don't get one.
All of us get a point.
Well, I am compelling all of you to get out. It's closing time.
Okay.
Now, you can all buy me off if you'd like.
I'm not gonna.
You sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Okay. That'd be an expensive purchase, right? Sorry, what's that, Robert? I'm afraid you're muted.
I will let the Mother Mary Joan have the news clipping if she's interested in it.
Oh, yeah,
I
you definitely
don't think we need it.
You don't think you need it anymore?
No.
Okay.
It has bad juju.
Well, during during your investigation or your whatever, did you maybe find a newspaper from that time, that date, that may had the clipping in it, or?
Well, I mean, I have a photo of the article. I would have gotten it on my phone, so I would have it. And the truth is, the best place to find old newspapers is to go to the newspaper itself.
All right.
They do tend to keep what they print.
Yeah, and if not, the other libraries might have it. This library, I'm not sure if would keep all the newspapers.
Well, microfiche.
Mm-hmm. But of course, we can also come back tomorrow. So
Yes. All right. So I'm going to assume probably, heading back along the shore or the road over to Waffle House once more. That does seem to be your frequent gathering place.
Yep. Out we're doing tomorrow.
Well, it's one of the only restaurants we can go to that Gabe doesn't screw it up.
Let's deal with what you're doing tonight, because I think something is going to jump you.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sorry, when you do that, I just can't help myself. So let's add you guys. Let's add you guys. And why don't you all give me some rolls? We'll put you in the ticker, and then move you around. I'm in the mood for a fight. Yeah, alertness. Wow. It's pretty good.
I included my +4 this time.
I assumed as much. Did you include your +4 there, Dan?
Yes, I did.
What? All right, inhuman speed for you. Figure if you're going to get it, may as well get it right away.
Might as well.
Yep, that seems fair.
Now, see, this is something normal. Walking the streets of New Orleans at night, be a little more prepared. A ghost jumping out at you from out of nowhere, not very prepared for that.
All right, how about Gus and Gabriel? Did you guys already give me some?
I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, there's Gus. I see that. Oh, and you did roll a 1. All right. Well, I am gonna have 1, 2, 3. Ugh. But I am going to go in and add their actual numbers here. So that is super duper disappointing for me. I feel that I have a 2, and I have 3, and that guy gets 1. He was kind of in the middle. Ugh, it's terrible. And let me get an alertness roll from each of you. I just want to see whether or not I have successfully ambushed anybody. No, I haven't. Never mind. Yeah, so you'll probably hear some of these things squish, squish, squishing behind you. And you may recall more. I think at least one of you has had an encounter with the Fulmore before.
Hey, do I maybe get a point for this?
Tell me what aspect would give you a point for this.
Never mind. The second it's gone now, the price on my head, I just got rid of it. And now that I just got rid of it, we get ambushed by people that I pissed off. So
I've been waiting for a chance to bring them up. However, look, if you still think there's a hey, what about this one or what about that one? It's
no, the
always-
only one that I had that would have been applicable, I changed it the last time we played.
You think so? That's the only one?
Yeah.
You know,
See, the only thing I have is that other people's tragedy finds me.
I've got in the middle of it.
So, all right. I'm feeling generous here. So, in the middle of it, other people's tragedy finds you. And what did you say yours was? No, nothing.
No, I don't have one.
Okay.
No, he said he changed it, so he doesn't have it no more.
All right. Well, then, I'm afraid they will be targeting probably the two of you guys. All right, Jack.
All right. It's the frog people again.
Yes.
All right. What I did last time against them worked, so I'm going to do that again.
What'd you do last time?
I am going to put a veil on me and Gus and LeVere, and then I'm going to let the wizard do his thing at them.
Have you dealt with the Fulmore yet?
Yeah. With
In his
Gabe.
history.
Yeah, I thought it was like in the descriptive character creation.
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys going to be able to see out of this veil?
Probably should do that, yeah.
Okay. And you're covering the three of you.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Give us a roll for that veil.
So how did the seeing work? I have to choose a split, right? So we'll go half and half.
Well, there's three of you. You're going to have a -2 to see out of it to begin with.
Right. And then from what's left would be a half and half.
Well, if there's three of you, it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Right? You said you're.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Give us a roll.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Hmm.
And you had the -2 there, right? For being able to see out of it.
Yeah. And let's see.
Was that a yeah, or it sounds like a no?
Well, I'm trying to think about what to do as far as aspects and things. No, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't do the -2, so it would be -2 off of that.
Yeah. So you guys are all slightly blurry. All right, LeVere.
These friends of yours? Jack?
They say something in some sort of weird, almost Celtic sounding language, but this guy here, the one in the middle, points, and one of these goons is coming for Gus, and one is coming for Jack.
Well, I'll
If by friends you mean last time I saw them.
What?
Last time I saw them, we did what we did against the ghost.
You ran.
We ran. Except for Gabe, he did like fireballs or something. I don't know what wizards do.
All right, so I
Something
will
like that.
step between Jack and whatever one's walking towards Jack.
Okay.
And
LeVere is very protective of Jack, I've noticed.
Jack seems to be the one that's needed the last few times, but
I don't know if that's correct.
I don't
Jack
think
was
Gabe
fine
needed-
till they started doing mental whammies.
Well, Jack hit the floor a few times during that encounter, so yeah.
That was all mental whammies.
And Jack is as dumb as I am as far as all this is concerned, so...
Yeah. All right, so you're saying you're stepping in front and doing what?
Well, I mean, pretty much I'm going to hit this guy if he gets too close aggressively.
He's going to be too close aggressively, so go ahead. You're in the same zone.
All right. So it'd be a fantastic 6 for a fist.
Yeah, that'll hit for 3. What's your weapon rating?
Weapon rating with my well, no, I said fist, not McCain, but weapon rating with my fist is a 2.
5. I don't want to take 5. What minor consequence would you like to give me?
Broken jaw, maybe?
Minor.
Oh, broken nose then.
I crack him, I break his jaw. Yeah, that's it.
We'll say, I will say broken nose. His eyes are kind of filling with tears or something like that.
Say that again. I couldn't hear over him.
I was going to say broken nose, technically, because his eyes are filling with tears from the pain.
Okay. He's been punched in the face.
Punched in the face and is pretty much tearing up. Not from, basic crime, but from, what happens when you get punched in the snot box. As
And
my
getting
kids
punched
used to say.
never feels good.
No.
Well, did not like that. So I guess I will kind of step back from you a little bit, and I'm going to shoot you. How's your dodge look, Dan?
Well, let me roll it. Athletics, right?
Yep.
Let's see. That's +1. That's superb.
So you can take 2 physical stress.
All right.
And then the Fomor itself. Best just to do this. So he is summoning power and is basically dropping some very unpleasant, icky feeling magic on your area. So yeah, this will be a mind whammy. Mind whammies are very, very icky. And do it to the zone, so we'll call that a -2. I'll hit my own guy too, because screw him. So that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to summon 6 shifts of power. And I have that because it's a zone. Well, 4 shifts of power, but it's still going to cost me 6 to control it. Nice. So all of you, including his own guy, can take 4 mental stress. And this guy can't, and in fact, he crumples to the ground. He's not dead, though. It's clear he's not dead. But it's like overwhelming your senses.
Okay, I need to take a mild consequence, so...
Well, okay. So I'll give you some sensory overload.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta take one myself.
Minor?
Yes.
I'll give you the same one, because I'm lazy. I think, Jack, you're able to take 4 mental, right?
Mental?
Yep.
No.
Are you also getting some sensory overload?
Yeah, that's a mild.
Yep.
That will do it for me.
Michael John, you take the 4 mental? You're not taking the consequence, right?
I'm not taking the consequence.
Okay. Hey, by the way, he's not technically human.
The Fomor?
Yes.
I know that.
I was just making sure.
I wasn't gonna attack the other guys because it says implanted human, and I'm smarter than that.
That's fair. All right. Who is next? Gus, what would you like to do?
Well, since they've started shooting, Gus is going to shoot this guy as he is moving to some type of cover, whatever he can find. Probably a trash can at this point. 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 7.
That's a difference of 7.
Yep. Well, with the weapon added in.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yep. So 7.
So if he were to take a moderate consequence, that would reduce it to a 3. What moderate would you like to give him?
Shoulder wound.
All right. So he has a shoulder wound. He is going to return fire.
Okay. Was I able to make it to cover?
Is there a declaration of I'm behind cover?
Oh, I was going to try to move to cover. I forgot you have to declare it, so no.
Remember, you can always do a declaration of roll scholarship.
Okay, sure.
So, you can go ahead and make that roll. You can do it even as he's shooting you. There's nothing that says it's a stuck on your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like the guys came and took the trash out yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not trash day.
Okay.
All right, so he is going to shoot back at you.
So my roll my athletics.
Yes, please. Now, he does have a shoulder wound if you'd like to make that, if you'd like to have a +2 yourself, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, my athletics was a 4, so.
No, it is. Yeah. He should use the sensory overload, but the Fomor does not share.
Yeah.
All right, Gabriel.
I'm going to drink my potion.
Oh, you do have more than one of them.
I have 2 uses.
Yep.
And
So that's going to make you fast. Are you running away?
No, I just don't want to get shot.
Okay.
And then I will strike this guy with lightning.
All right. I think if you're doing both, probably a supplemental. So take a -1 on the
I
discipline roll.
thought the potions were free.
Are they?
I'm asking you.
I don't remember seeing that, but I will double check.
I'll roll with the -1 now.
If I'm wrong, then at some point I'm like, all right, I was wrong. Here you go. You can have a fate point.
It's discipline.
How much are you summoning, or are you using your
Rote. I'm using my rote.
Okay.
So it is discipline now.
Yeah, I believe that's what it says, right?
So I'm at a 6, not a 7. I didn't do the most.
A 6 to hit him, which he is ending with. See if that thing he does. So he's got some sort of entropic, like energy dissipating shield around him. Let's see how he does. So that is a difference in your favor of 4. However, he is a Fomor sorcerer, so that'll get him to a 5.
Okay.
And that means he'll be taking 8 from you, won't he?
Yes, he will. I don't think I need to go any higher than that. 8 shows.
And that's going to drop to 7 because he's got mental armor.
Ooh, how do I get mental armor? I like that.
Be a Fomor.
Oh.
What mild consequence would you like to give him? Mild mental consequence.
Mild mental, scrambled.
Okay. Well, you didn't hit him in the brain. It's not a mental consequence. I'm sorry.
Oh.
This is physical. I can't do what I was thinking I wanted to do. What did we say that was? I got to a 5, and you did 6 or 8. That's 8 physical.
Yes. I wish I could do mental stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so he's going to take a severe. He takes a severe physical. What is a severe for him?
Electrocuted.
Electrocuted. All right.
Oh.
Done.
And I did drink the potion, so I'm gonna hopefully get hit less.
Yep. All right, Jack. What you got?
They're all up there. We're all back here. I don't really want to charge in if they're They're there and we're here. I will just try the veil again. Let's see if we can make this work.
All right. Are you doing this just for yourself or?
Let me do this. Let's do it just for Lavere and Gus.
Okay.
And with the modifier to see out.
So -2, go for it.
Yeah, let me add the -2 on the roll this time.
Remember when the first like
Well,
we didn't do any of this?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
I know.
That's weird.
But now we do.
Now it's-
yeah, my rolls are not getting better
No, the dice did not like you this evening.
as opposed to other evenings.
Yeah, fair point. All right, Lavere.
Well, I was just going to take this unconscious one and throw him at the main guy.
By the way, when you hit that guy, you were hitting him with your inhuman strength, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Okay, just checking.
Yes, speed and strength are going.
Okay.
So yes,
Use stress every.
So you're basically picking this guy up and throwing him. Is this Is this a maneuver like we're trying to place an aspect? Is it a block? Try to make it harder for him to do something.
I want to use the body as a weapon.
So a body as a weapon is probably not going to be as much damage as your fists would be because of your inhuman strength.
Okay. How close?
But,
How close is the guy?
Pick the guy up and throw him. I mean,
Human bodies.
That's
are
intimidating.
at least the weapon one.
What was that, Michael Joe?
Human bodies are at least a weapon one.
Well,
Do you want someone to get thrown on you? Probably not. It's probably not gonna feel good.
So what do you want to do?
I don't like the achiness. Are they close enough for me to get to the main guy?
He's back a little further. You can have a -1 if you're doing it because you do have inhuman speed.
Yes.
Oh, actually, does inhuman speed let you cross the zone for free? I think it does.
Give me a moment and I will check.
I am 90%.
Yeah, something like that.
Whenever moving as part of the physical
It
action, they
does.
move one zone without taking a negative penalty for the supplemental action.
So you can zoom right over to him.
So I will zoom right up to him.
All right, go for it. And I assume you're trying to punch him.
Yep, that seems to be my go-to.
Yeah.
When in doubt, punch it out.
You know what? Hold on. I was about to say before you roll. I was going to tag the sensory overload, but that's all right. I'll tag it anyway.
That's okay. I'll tag Let's Play.
Yes, but I tag sensory overload for free.
Oh,
You're going to drop a point for Let's Play?
yes.
All right, so that gets you to a 7 minus my 3 is 4, and your weapon 2 is a differential of 6. 6 physical.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Well, I didn't like getting sensory overloaded either.
What's that?
I said I didn't like getting sensory overloaded either.
Well, you know, I am a what did we say that was? 6 you had? 7 minus 3, 4. Minus 4. So I don't have 4 mobile though. So go ahead, give me a minor physical.
Minor physical. We'll say I hit him in the gut, so he's
Winded.
winded. Knocked the breath out of him.
All right.
Or he's water.
Or you know what? Maybe I kicked him in the nards.
Yeah, winded works. As a mild consequence, being kicked in the nards is not mild.
That's an extreme.
No.
Feels like it.
Feels like it. Doesn't mean that it is.
But yeah, winded is what I'll give him.
All right. Well, since you're up in his grill, he's gonna just save this just for you.
Okay.
So let's hit you with a pretty nasty mental whammy of 4, 5, 6 if he gets it. Well, he is a Fulmore sorcerer. So that will get him to a 7.
And I need to roll what for this?
Discipline.
All right. So,
You're 2 away.
control issues, I guess. Would that work?
So it would. Now bear in mind.
How about the remorseful white knight?
Free tag of winded.
Yeah, that's right. He is winded. So,
Yeah, so it can be he's moving just slightly slow.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll tag that instead.
He is also electrocuted. All right, so I had spent. So I got to. What did I say? I had gone to with my spend was a 7. So you're at a 7. So it's a tie. Are you content to leave it at a tie?
Didn't you say who is electrocuted?
Yeah.
He is electrocuted.
So this is another free one I can tag.
Yes.
All right. So he will miss you, unfortunately, and yeah, that's funny. We'll do that in a moment. All right, Gus, you're muted.
I'm going to fire at this guy again.
You go for it. Yep, so that's going to be 3 more.
Yeah.
All right, that rolls up. He is going to return fire, Gus.
Okay.
Ooh. So I
But
think I have 3 coming in.
he has a shoulder wound. Oh, actually, it's a free tag, so he has a shoulder wound.
I thought you had taken that last turn.
No,
No? Okay.
I put it on him that last turn.
Yeah, I thought somebody used it.
I don't think anybody's been going against this guy.
All right. All right, Gabriel, what you want to do?
How bad does the Fillmore look?
Not great. He's taken some stress and 2 consequences. You want to hit him with some lightning?
Oops. Anyway,
There is an oops anyway there.
possibly. Hey, Dan, how do you feel about taking a little bit of damage?
How do you feel about feeding me next round?
About feeding you?
No, that doesn't sound good.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I mean, I'm not a barbarian, so just remember that.
Yeah. Look, it doesn't matter. He's going to go somewhere and feed no matter what happens. So you may as well let it go.
That's true. Ooh. I'm gonna.
How many shifts of power are you summoning?
6.
So you can always let it go as fallout.
That's bad for everyone else.
It could be.
What would what's it called? Backlash be?
You were summoning 6 shifts of power.
Mhm.
You take 5 mental stress on the backlash.
Don't want to do that.
Now you can always mix and match.
Well, I would also say you have a -3 on your dice roll.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
gonna probably re-roll.
Yeah, that's a good time to reroll.
Look, you never know what fun things can happen.
No, it's not
With
fun. It's
backlash.
only punishment.
No, it's interesting storytelling.
If we're not playing a grimdark setting, only punishment's not fun. If it was Ravenloft or Rorsch, absolutely, because getting screwed there is fun.
But
Unfortunately.
you do have that aspect. Oops.
That's what I'm saying. And oops,
So,
anyway.
I
If
mean,
you say I let the fallout go, then you can say, is that a self-compel of my oops anyway? So you could have fallout, not spend a point, and instead earn a point.
Or I could spend the point and not have to deal with the myriad
All right,
of
you might just roll
consequences.
really badly, but go.
I mean, It's a 2-point swing.
It is. Instead of being down one, you're +1.
You know what? Stop. You guys be quiet.
They're tempting you.
I'm trying to help the team here.
I'll tag the Summer Train Geomancer and
Reroll or +2?
I'll read.
Okay. So you're 3 short. Would you like to take 3 mental stress or have some fallout?
It's one of my routes. Right, so I thought
Oh, was it?
yes.
And you took the stress already, right? Each time for the route.
I'm about to.
Just making sure.
This is my second time.
All right. So it's only a 3 for the targeting roll.
Oh right, because I don't ever fail.
Correct.
On the road. Yeah, I just.
So you could have left it at a 1, and it would have been a 1 for the targeting roll.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all right. Now you know. Now you know.
No.
Son of a bitch. So as a Fomor sorcerer, he knows how to avoid those sorts of things. So he will.
Okay.
And that's 6, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Would you still like a point for oops anyway?
I can't say no, because you can just be like, well, I'm gonna give it to you anyway. What's the point of asking? If you're gonna give it to me, you're gonna give it to me.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna have you hit one of your allies who's in melee with lightning, it seems like I should offer or give you the chance to say, hey, would my oops anyway come into play here?
Well, I only have a 3 to hit.
Do I need to be rolling athletics?
Take some damage.
I'll take a point for Dan taking damage.
No, I should probably give him the point, but I don't know what aspect works. You know what? I do. Let the good times roll. Hey, Dan, here you go. Why don't you take 6 physical? And he is oops anyway.
6 physical?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
And there's no way to dodge that?
No, that's why I put a point in your hand.
Oh, so it's not even.
I gave you each one.
Alright, so I need, I guess I need...
Those are not a, hey, go ahead and dodge, because he can dodge all day long.
So...
This is coming from behind him where he doesn't see.
Yep, I need a moderate.
Really? For 6 physical?
Well, I only have 4, and I've already got a mild covered. With sensory
How much stress
overload.
do you have, though?
How much what?
Stress.
I have...
Oh, yeah. So your other option is you can always buy that off.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be the best thing to do right now. So I need to drop 2 of these for you, don't I?
Yep.
There you go.
All right. Well, the good news, you still got one. He bought it off.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel good though, because
Why?
well,
The
damage
party
too.
is net 0. All right. So Jack, look, you have a trouble of oops anyway. It's got to come up at some point.
Comes with that.
I know. That's what troubles do.
All right. So I saw Levere run up there. So, okay, apparently we're doing it this way this time. So, and I am going to try to like trip him or something like that.
Sure. You know, I think I'm gonna tag that sensory overload so that you're not quite seeing where I am.
Okay. Right. Can do.
But I can't use that as a compel on you technically, so you should roll. I will probably take a +2 on this.
Okay. Makes sense. So for tripping him, can I do that with athletics or?
Absolutely.
Okay. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just trying to like put a aspect on him or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even need to use that sensory overload, do I?
No.
I might even. Ooh, I have spin.
Well, yeah, no. you don't need to do nothing.
Nope. All right, LeVere. Someone shot you in the back. What are you gonna do about that?
Well, since we'll see. I'm going to deal with what's in front of me right now, and I'll deal with that later.
Okay. Oh, you're straight up punching him?
Yeah.
That is a hit.
All right, it's fist, so it's 2.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're going to take him out. How are you taking him out?
Shatters. I guess Shatters. What's he look like?
Oh, so you're killing him.
No. Shattering his jaw. You can live through that.
Well, when you take him out, it's not a consequence. He's knocked out at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna knock him unconscious. I'm not gonna kill him straight out because somebody can question him.
All right, Gus.
And then I'll turn back and look back at Gabe and go, "What the fuck, man?"
Crazy. Yeah.
Gus will move up and tell this guy, "You need to take your master and leave."
No. No. I ain't letting that happen.
Are you putting an aspect down, Robert?
I am going to do intimidation to try to put an aspect down.
Yeah, go for it. So
Yeah.
he's going to use the sensory overload on you.
Yeah,
Because you're like, he's like over there, and you're like, look,
and I'm
you're gonna
over
take
here.
your master and leave. It's a little hard when you can't look him in the eye.
Yeah, I'm talking to this lamppost.
Yeah. All right. However, that is not a terrible idea at all.
Yeah, please have a peach.
Yes. Well, I don't have a whole lot that I can do. Do I? Nope, I can just try to kind of step back. So he is trying to move away from the 2 speedsters, shooting at both of you. Now, his gun's not good for that. LeVere, you've been hurt a bit.
A little
You're
bit.
also fast. Who gave? Oh no, Gus, you did. You gave me my shoulder wound.
Yep.
I shoot you.
Okay.
My dice not good. All right. Well, 2 physical shock. I think you can probably handle.
I can handle that.
Yep. All right, Gabriel. What you got?
What do I have? I don't really know. I don't want to kill the dude because it's his implanted human. That's probably going to get me in trouble.
It could.
And he's already down, so I guess I will raise a wall up behind him to keep him from running away.
A zone block. Raise like a wall of earth.
Yep.
All right. How many shifts?
That's going to be 6. It's going to be 2 stress because it's one of my routes.
You have a. Does it do a block your route?
It is a creates a zone barrier.
Okay. Then yes, that is the road to use.
Yep.
I forgot that I helped you make your roads.
You did. It lasts for 2 rounds.
Oh, because we put some shifts into that.
It does 6 shifts and gives me 2 stress. Or 2 mental stress. So.
All right, give me a discipline roll. So you're 1 shy. You're going to take 1 point of mental stress.
No,
Why not?
because I don't have any mental stress left. The first thing he did was hit me with 4.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's basically the equivalent of, I just ate your spell slot.
Right, it's like,
So you don't have any mild consequences. You can give yourself a headache.
sure, I'll have some headaches as, I guess, combined for back.
Yep.
I always have headaches. That makes so much sense for wizards.
Doesn't
Headaches.
it? All right, so that's a zone border flip. All right, he is not going to get away. So we could continue rolling this out, but he's not getting away in 2 rounds. What do you?
Oh.
Anyone think I'm incorrect?
No.
All right. So, assuming you take him, is he unconscious? Is he dead? Is he just captured? What are you all doing with him?
Leave the human alive, kill the Fomor.
Well, this.
Well, if we want to question them, we should probably question the Fomor.
Yes.
Well, I will say this. Sometimes things like the Fomor are better off. I mean, there's more possible when they're alive. This is one of those times when you could get a favor from him for leaving him alive.
Yeah, but they also turn people into abominations.
Well-
So,
Yeah. Oh no, I know, And the thing is, killing him means more will probably come after you.
Yeah, well, I had an aspect about that a couple days ago.
You did. That's kind of funny, I think.
All right, so I do want to retrieve one of the pistols from one of the two guys.
Sure.
Just kind of tuck it in the back of my pants.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll take the other because it's always nice to have extra pistols. Because I will also tell you, not using my police issue on this.
What?
Well, I made, I talked to earlier that he does have an extra gun, so.
You have said this before.
Yeah.
So, do we have some place we can question this thing at to find out why they attack us?
There are going to be police on the way here, right?
Yeah, there were shots,
Mhm.
Yeah, we
so we need to move.
But taking
All right.
the Fomor with you.
Yep.
Say
Are we taking the human?
Or
bind.
do you want to leave the human kind of, unconscious on the ground?
Yep.
Okay. I was hoping to examine the human, but I guess we don't have time.
So
I don't know, Dave.
yeah.
You wanna risk it?
Not
You're
really.
EMT, so there's always a chance it looks like you're trying to help.
That is true. You could stay behind as an EMT.
I could. Probably not worth it. No, that's fine.
I'm sure there's others in the city you can check out. This won't be the
Exactly.
first time we deal with them.
Exactly. I'll have more chances, I'm sure.
So I will bind and gag the Fillmore and take him with us.
Bind and gag. You normally, you're white cord. Okay.
Okay.
I'm that kind of white court too.
I know. That's not like, oh yeah. All right. Okay. So you have a
So I
captured
just
Fomor.
pull out the ball gag in my back pocket.
The captured Fomor. Did you hear me?
No, I did not.
I said, where are you taking your captured Fomor?
That's
Not
what,
to the Waffle House.
that's what I was asking the group. There's a good place to take this guy to question him.
Do we question him or do we just dump him out in the middle of nowhere?
Don't you want to know why he came after us?
I say you dump him in the bayou and let the war creatures take care of him.
Are you talking about feeding him to the gators? What about it? Well, I'm sure he's not going to carry any kind of implements on himself that tells us why he came after us.
No, I'm afraid not.
Do you not care to find out why they jumped us?
Well, they probably, if nothing else, they may have wanted us to turn us into more of their little slaves.
That seemed too simple, especially with what we've been up to.
True.
Yeah. If we want to find a quiet place to question him, I might be able to find a quiet place to question him.
Oh, how do you do that, Dave?
Well, I am a sneaky bastard, and I'm sure that there is somewhere in the area an abandoned building, or maybe
Alley.
well, I was looking for something enclosed rather than an
There
alley, so
are-
people can't walk by and see. But an abandoned building, or maybe an industrial building that hadn't been locked up properly
There's
for the night or
the
something like that.
there's the
So what are we
tunnels from Tulane College to the
Unlocked
center of the
building
city.
or abandoned building? Abandoned
this-
building, you're less likely to get caught,
Yeah.
right? Unlocked building, probably easier to find.
Well, I was gonna say abandoned buildings aren't that hard to find if you know where to look, but
True.
it depends on what neighborhood you're in too, I guess.
In the French Quarter, where real estate is pretty much a premium, it's going to be less likely. That's why I was asking. I'm going to ask for a scholarship roll for the declaration either way. I'm trying to figure out what the difficulty should be.
Oh, I was thinking of just spending a point.
Oh, well,
To declare it.
yeah, you can spend the point and have whichever one you want.
We
Because it
could,
could be a store that recently went out of business and they don't have a new tenant yet.
or we
Out
could
of it.
always
Right,
just
there you
toss
go.
him in the trunk of Gabe's car and go out to the bayou.
So you're
Sorry.
dropping a point there?
I didn't hear what Rod said.
I said, yeah, you're dropping a point then for abandoned for closed
Yeah.
retail.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There you go.
All right. This guy here, and I'm assuming you use your EMT abilities to wake him up.
Once everybody else has assured me that it is safe to do so.
Yeah.
Well, I have a gun trained on him.
So he kind of comes to, eyes rolling a little bit in his frog-like face. Oh. What do you want?
Answers.
No answers for you. I will not betray my master.
Why'd you come after us?
Akhlaq has required it.
Is that your master?
Yes.
Thanks for giving us a
You
name.
guys have heard that name before, right?
Yeah, we
That's the
saw
full
him,
more
he was under
warlord.
Gala.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
One does not question one's master.
You're smart, you do.
Where were you supposed to take us?
To the master.
That's not an address. I need to know where.
Master can be found down the shore.
It's a lot of shore space. How about be more specific?
You wish to see the master.
Be more specific.
I will take you to him.
Give me an address.
There's nothing you can do to me that is not that is worse than what he can do.
Kill you?
I'll stomp him in. No, I won't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you will, because you're white court. It's okay to do it.
yeah. I will. I will stomp
Yeah,
certain
more.
body parts.
Yeah. So he kind of screams in pain, and then, I mean, at the same time, almost kind of laughing afterwards.
Address.
No.
I got all night.
I don't. I want to sleep.
Yeah, I don't either.
We have all night.
You
We're
wanna
like,
try to
you have
seduce
all
him?
night.
I mean, it'd be
So-
super duper gross.
So I'll run my finger across his cheek and say, "Address, please."
Oh, wait, by the way, yeah, let's roll against that hunger track since the fight's over. How's that just be on a 4, isn't it?
And that's what we're going to this one on that.
Lynn?
There you go.
Uh,
So yeah, I will swallow the bile that just built up in the back of my throat and just go run my finger across his cheek and say, "Address, please."
all right, so if you're trying to seduce him, go ahead, give me that roll.
What roll would I need to roll for that?
I believe it's what is you use deceit.
Just let's see.
Seducing a Fomor.
Sure, I guess deceit will be it.
Being reached.
I'm not a part of this.
There you go.
So yeah, that gives him some degree of stress. There's nothing that you can do to make me betray the master. He will kill me if I tell you anything.
He's not here. I am.
You presume he has to be here. Not with his magic.
Address.
What?
No.
What is this magic he has?
It is the same power he gave me.
Which is
Very, very poor.
Listen. And he kind of begins this burbling noise in his throat.
And I punch him in the throat.
Okay.
He's
And
like,
he
I'll
kind
take a
of
step
starts
back.
coughing and choking.
I'll take a step back. Like a couple steps back. Like I'm down the street.
Why?
I don't know what he's gonna do. Gurgling noise. And then
Well, he's going to get a throat punch, apparently, is what he's going to do.
yeah.
Yeah, the moment he starts doing anything that sounds...
Don't try any tricks. Explain, don't demonstrate.
If it doesn't sound like an address.
There is no address.
Specific location, then.
To the White Court? No. Unless you... No, he would not make a deal.
no, because we're about to kill him anyway.
Maybe. Go ahead. Kill me and feel my master's wrath upon you. Especially you.
Gus,
And
can I see
you.
your gun?
And so he's saying especially
Sure.
you and you, hold on, to the wizard and the vampire. You are accorded members of accorded nations. We did not attack you. You attacked us.
No, you attacked.
We attacked them.
No.
Oh,
your guy attacked
okay.
me. I defended.
You know what, Gus? You can have your gun back.
And there's no weregild for you killing him. You did what was right. I did not attack you first.
Actually, you did. You hit me with some sort of spell that fucked my eyes up.
Ah, I am sorry. Truly, I lost control of my magic.
So,
But there is no war guild for me killing him because, well, he attacked me.
so if you're feeling so bad about the fact that you attacked me unwarranted, why don't you give me that location?
That is not a proper penance for what I have done.
Oh well, I tried. Gus, he's yours.
Okay. I'm rolling my lore just because. Nope. I don't know if I would have war guild or not if I kill him. So I'm.
It's the Fomor.
Yeah.
They're not exactly the
A
most
huge-
upstanding and honest of supernatural nations.
They're
Right.
also not a really big supernatural nation.
So yeah,
So-
I'm
Here,
just
right
going
now.
to go on and.
Hold on. If we want to send a message back, then we would want him alive to take a message back.
Do we want them to send a message back?
Well, Jack would not think of this, but I'm going to mention that if we want to talk to his master, Gurgly Throat, whatever his name is,
Akola.
yeah, that.
Welsh names. Why did you do that to me?
Flemmy Flem.
It's from the heart.
Sure, that's
So if we want to talk to him, we probably don't want to just walk into his place, but there is neutral ground.
Yeah.
We could try to arrange a meeting.
You could.
Well, consensus. Do y'all want to send him with the message or?
I think the message from them was quite clear, wasn't it?
Well, they were coming for Jack and I for whatever reason.
Then I'll leave it up to you guys.
I've run-ins with them before, but wasn't too big of a deal.
So yeah, I don't know what you guys do here in the town with these things, but I leave it to you.
Okay.
I'll claim my
I mean-
my ignorant outcast on this one
Okay.
to remove me from whatever decision you make.
Now, do Fomori don't disappear into ectoplasmic goo, if I remember correctly.
Correct. You will be leaving a body behind.
Right.
Well,
And it's going to be a frog-like body.
Yes.
Gabe, do you have any more thoughts before?
Nope, not a single one. You do-
Okay, then yeah, this is a villainous creature, so and it attacks me, so yeah, sure, get rid of it. Pop a cap.
Yep. He's
Also,
gone.
most importantly, they turn humans into terrible, terrible creatures.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they kidnap humans.
They absolutely do.
And then do
Okay.
terrible things to.
Yeah, I had assumed that. I was like, ooh, a meeting. That's an interesting idea. I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, because we only have 10 minutes left before we finish.
Yeah.
Be like, all right. So
Kaboom!
he takes the message back, and that's where we're going to pause. But instead, you basically just, double tap him in the face.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Eating is interesting, but you know what else?
Are we gonna leave a frog body in the abandoned store?
the store's abandoned.
Well,
The one we're
Gabe.
in right now, yeah.
Okay.
Well, unoccupied. I mean, it might have a for sale or for lease sign out front,
yeah.
but
How close is this building to other buildings?
It's in the French Quarter.
So yeah, it's way too close.
so like inches.
Touch
yeah,
it.
Gabe, do you have any spells that would get rid of a body?
I don't do any fire.
I was gonna say without burning down the entire building because
That was
again,
my idea.
French Quarter.
I'm kind of feeling bummed out.
Can you desiccate him until there's nothing but like dust?
Me and Jack can do that.
Immense stress left.
Wait, what? I
I
can
mean-
do what now?
You and I can make it to where it's unrecognizable.
What? How are you
Beating
bringing
it.
me into this?
I start stomping it at its ankles and feet.
Are you using human strength?
Yes,
Inhuman strength?
I am using my inhuman strength to break every bone in its body.
Okay.
That's okay.
Oh, so that's 216.
That is not something that I can do.
I'll
I
step.
don't have the strength.
I'll step away.
Don't you have strength?
while
Yeah,
he's
it
doing-
gets kind of gross. And
You don't have strength? I thought you
No,
had strength.
I only
Rod-
have the other ones.
If
He
that's,
just comes out covered in this like bluish black fluid and stuff.
I was gonna step behind something just so.
Yeah. All right. I think that's probably a good spot to stop.
Yep.
Yes. Turn the Fomor into goo and then walk away.
Yep.
All right. So
And all right. So some good news. Your despair is going to be gone when we start the next session.
Okay.
The minor consequences are still there. The torturous visions, I'm afraid, is going to last a little longer.
do you need me to roll another discipline
Well,
since
the
No, not yet. I'm going to save that for the next encounter. We'll just
Oh.
kind of add it on.
Was
And
this-
you know what? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Roll. Give us a roll, Dan. We'll just get it over with so we don't have to try.
yeah, it's just a 2.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Alright.
was the sensory overload mental or physical?
I mean, it could technically be either, but it was a mental consequence.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why I had to ask. Like that phrasing could have come from either one, but inhuman recovery only does physical.
yeah. Right. So that's where we're gonna pause. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Check back with us Wednesday. This Wednesday, we are going back into some more organized play, and I think we're doing Chapter 3. Was it Relics of Power?
That is correct.
So, join back with us Wednesday for that. Friday for Rime of the Frost Maiden. Sunday for one of the last few episodes of the Dungeons with Veterans, and back here Monday for some more Dresden Files to see what transpires after we turn a Fomor into goo, or at least I did. And with that, remember we're in this adventure called Life Together, so remember the golden rule. Treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.
I didn't hear you mention any gold.
Uh-huh.